Hey guys, Darth Lork here, back with part 1 of our brand new side game. We will be playing through Sakura Sadist. So, hello again, friends. So, I did record earlier today. We recorded part 28, maybe, of Fallout before work. I just got off work and I just got home and I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just record. I was hoping I would have the energy to be able to, and sure enough, I do, so let's do it. I'm ecstatic to be off work. I sound dead inside, but I'm always like that, so don't worry about it. Anyway, so welcome to Sakura Sadist. This game will probably complete it in about 2 episodes or so. It'll be a little different because I did this whole game, according to Steam, in about 3.6 hours, and I've only done it once, so it'll be slower because I'm reading it out loud, assuming it's not voice acted. I don't actually remember if it's voice acted, but I will be reading it if it's not. So we will see. But regardless, it might be a little bit slower for that reason. I don't think it's voice acted. I don't think. Anyway, so we'll probably I'll probably have to read it. But it's been a long time since we did a visual novel of any kind, especially a Yuri visual novel. It's been even longer, I feel like, since then. And so, welcome back. So, if you, as we play through this, if you think, wow, this game is super, super cool, then you're in luck, because there's about 90 million Sakura games on Steam, and I have like 200 saved to my wish list. So, and they go on sale a lot. So, if you were ever in the mood, you don't have to wait very long, because they'll have a mass sale, and then you could buy like 10 of them for, you know, 20 bucks or whatever. So, you know, you can get a whole bunch of them. So I do have a water in front of me, because I imagine there'll be lots of reading ahead. So I do have a flavored water. Tangerine mango is the flavor for the day. Anyway, so other than that, I think that's just about everything. All right. Let's jump into some sweet Yuri goodness. So, there is multiple endings to this game. The only other time I played through it, and it's been a long time since I played through this, at least a year, I would say. But the last time I played through this, I got I would say, without knowing, I would say it has to be the best ending. Because what could possibly be better than that, right? So I got a great ending my first time through this, just playing blind. And so I'm not going to look anything up. I don't have a guide in front of me, but I'm kind of hoping we can nail the same ending. And I have a theory without actually remembering. I have a theory on how I did it the first time. So here's hoping that we can get a great ending this time. So let's just jump right into it. Otherwise, I think it's full screen, just nothing else, nothing crazy otherwise. So let's do it, man. If there's any NSFW stuff, obviously I can. I am confusion. My OBS isn't seeing this. What is happening? Hey, OBS, you wanna like pull it together? What is happening? Hang on a minute. Alright, I gotta see if I can fix this. I'll see you guys in a minute. Hey! Okay, anyway. Alright, so this is what we came in on. Okay. Goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. Alright, I fixed it. Anyway, that was just so weird. So, I went to, I had it set to capture any full screen game, and for some reason that option always works like crap for me. Anytime I have it set to capture any full screen game, it just never smart enough to do it. I use multiple displays. I have 2 displays, but 2 monitors. They are the same size, same resolution. So back in the day, I used to use my TV and then my laptop, and it was very haggard, 2 different sizes, and it was very janky. This one, it's all the same resolution. They're the exact same monitor, because I bought 2 of them. But it's so weird. So I every time I have to get it to work, I always have to set things to capture a specific window, and then I have to select the individual game. And so then it works correctly. And without it, it really just doesn't, and I don't understand it. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. I don't know why I expected capture any full screen application to work. I should know better. Anyway, Azusa. And we'll learn who's who in a minute, all right? I'm not gonna do that, okay? All right, I will read it. Like, I'll read a real thing, but I'm not moaning into my mic, okay? There's a certain line, all right? It would be weird with me. Just use your minds. Use your, you're gonna have to use your imagination for this one. So really quick before we actually hop into it, I will say this though, for the last 6 months or so, my sister has been living with me, and it's totally fine. But she has actually now found her own place, and I am once again alone in my place. Here's the thing: I've wanted to record this game on my channel a very long time. I just never have. I never have, and the reason why is because it'd be awkward. Because I have to read this. Like, I have to read this, which I'm fine with, but it'd be really awkward with someone else in the room. So I didn't really want to do it in mixed company. So I'm really ecstatic because there's lots of little games like this that we can probably play on my channel, and yeah, we can do lots of little games like this on my channel. So I'm actually really excited because this opens the doorway to a lot, and it's no longer awkward. Well, I mean, it's not overly awkward. My own awkwardness will fade in as I get used to doing stuff like this. So initially, I'll be feeling weird, but it'll pass. Don't worry. And I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Mamiko, maybe? Mamiko? That's gonna be hard with a stutter. Mamiko's face is flushed a soft pale pink. I kind of want to take a photo of it so I can keep hold of it forever and ever, but that would probably spoil the mood. Probably. I'd have to dig my phone out of my pocket of my shorts, only I'm not sure where my shorts are since I threw them off in a moment of passion. Really, the whole thing would just be a huge waste of time and totally not worth it. Not now I'm finally with her. My idol. Matsubara Mamiko. And I'm just guessing on the name here. It's no secret I can't pronounce things, okay? Like, I barely speak English. It's a miracle I even can read. If you happen to go to the Victoria Academy of Music, which you probably don't since it's super exclusive, you'll know about Mamiko. Everyone knows about Mamiko. She's like this genius who learned how to play air on the G string on her violin before most kids say their first words. Not only that, but she's also insanely good at the piano, the clarinet, and the harp. Wow. Who plays a harp in this day and age? I mean, seriously? She could sing too, and I don't just mean like she can sing, like she can really sing. She's a soprano in the university choir. She gets pretty much all of the solo roles, and do you know what the really crazy part is? The other girls in the choir don't even mind, though they're super catty and are nearly always gossiping, because Mamiko's so nice and kind and pretty and has really huge boobs. Well, maybe the huge boobs are irrelevant. My bad. But it's true. Mamiko really does have huge boobs. I can tell because I can feel them. Finally, I can feel them. I've waited so long, it's just like a dream. Azusa. Her breasts so large, I can even cup them with my hands. Can't even, I think is what she's supposed to said there. She might have said that I'm having a hard time focusing or speaking, as you might imagine. No surprise there. They spill out around my fingertips, all soft and round like, I don't know, marshmallows? Though I prefer my marshmallows and my hot chocolate, I don't usually grope them. But groping isn't a very nice word. I'd never grope a sophisticated, pretty lady like Mamiko. Fondle, then? Maybe that sounds better. So I fondle Mamiko's breast gently through the fabric of her bra. Azusa? Or that's probably not how she said that, but whatever. Mamiko sounds so shy and helpless. It makes me want to dig my fingers into her skin a little harder. Alright, hang on, I gotta take a drink. Alright, sorry. I want to hear her moan. I want to watch her squirm. Maybe I'm kind of sadistic. I'm not a control freak like Mari, but when it comes to Mamiko, I just can't help myself. I'm getting hot. My body feels like it's burning. I start to rub my thighs together. The friction is delicious. It's almost unbearable. I moan. I can't help myself. And then she, you know. Again, I'm not reading that, okay? There's a line. There's a line. But I'm not the only one. Azusa. I've wanted to hear Mamiko say my name like this for I don't know how long. It feels like forever. Ah, yes, it feels like forever. I don't remember if there's any NSFW content that I need to straight up filter. I don't think so. I don't think so, but I don't totally remember if there's anything I'll have to edit. If I do, though, it won't be that bad, because like with Far Cry 3, I had to edit some NSFW scenes for YouTube. But the thing is, it was hard for Far Cry because she was moving, so obviously it's animated. So I had to move my bars, and I'm not good at editing, so I had to do the stupid janky thumbnail thing, and it was really bad looking. But for a visual novel like this, if there was any NSFW, that's the best way, you know, because it's a picture, it's not going anywhere, so it would make editing it really easy. So unlike, you know, my recent editing ventures, it would be very, very easy. Anyway, When I first enrolled at the Victoria Academy, I saw Mamiko standing beneath one of the many cherry blossom trees that line the campus, her long hair fluttering in the breeze. I was lost and I didn't know where to go. Mamiko helped me find my way around. She did it so politely too, with a small smile like she actually wanted to help. She treated me so kindly, though we were complete strangers. She asked for my name. I stammered shyly. I'm not usually shy. I'm not usually shy. I was Yusui Azusa. Her first name is Azusa. That's what I'll call her, because her last name is difficult for me to pronounce. Alright, Miss Yusui, maybe? It was a pleasure to meet you. It was a pleasure meeting her, too, though I really, really wish you'd call me by my first name. Not Miss Yusui. Azusa. And now, finally. Azusa, it sounded better than I imagined. It feels better than I imagined. How is it? Nice, don't stop, please. Again, I'm not reading this right, but you're gonna have to use your imagination. What's the plan on it? I give her my best debonair grin, which Mari always says makes me look like a pervert, and gave Mamiko's breast another squeeze. Her nipples are hard, and I can see the outline of them, though faintly, beneath her bra. I bet they're cute and pink, just like her cheeks. Now I want to pinch them. Maybe I will. Crap, I forgot. This game was full of choices. Dang it! I mean, she's like, I remember that when I did this the first time, I abused the save system to death. For every single choice I saved it, we'll probably do the same thing in an effort to get the ending I want. And again, I'm not looking this stuff up, so it's like, I'm just kind of guessing here. I mean, let's just be nice. I don't know. No, I couldn't possibly do that. Not to my Mamiko. She's so delicate, like a doll. I don't want to cause her any pain. Even if the nubs of her nipples do look rather appealing. You're gonna have to refrain. That seems aggressive to me. I swallow. I have to control myself. My self-esteem's never been the best. If I see something I like, I usually take it, no questions asked. I always stole Mari's pudding back when we were in kindergarten. But it wasn't today. That's so weird. Anyway, I made her cry on a couple of occasions. So maybe I'm a bully. So what? I can restrain my urges when I'm with Mamiko. Some of them, at least. She's so adorable. I can't stop myself from kissing her. Then you get the idea. My lips meet Mamiko's. My tongue slides into her mouth. It's wet and warm. You get the idea. She gasps. That's a weird word. Into the kiss, moaning hopelessly. With her mouth open, lips pursed, she's allowing me full access. I entwine my tongue with hers, sucking a little before I draw back. A shimmering strand of saliva connects our parted lips together. It hovers in the air lewdly like... I have no idea what that is. Gossamer thread? I have no idea. Azusa, you... Yes? I lick my lips. What? That, it was... She glances to one side shyly. That was my first kiss. What? How could a girl like Mamiko go so long without ever being kissed? It's a scandal. I'll have to set that straight. Then I'll be more than happy to give you lots more of them. Yeah, you get the idea. She's falling apart. Mamiko's breasts are so soft as I need them, bringing my lips against her neck. I swear I can feel the fluttering of her heartbeat beneath my fingertips. Or maybe it's just my imagination. I don't know. But I can hear my own heart beating. It's pretty loud. It's pounding in my ears over and over. Azusa. Sorry. I have no idea what that sounds like. You're like, could you not? Please, you're ruining the moment for me. Mamiko. And then... Azusa! I feel a pressure against my shoulders, fingers gripping into my skin hard. Really hard. Ow! Mamiko would never handle me so roughly. It can't be her. In fact, I don't think it was ever her. Oh. I blink, and all of a sudden, the fantastical scene before my eyes dissolves. It melts away just like the poor marshmallows in my hot chocolate, leaving behind nothing more than a sicky, gooey mess. I'm in my bedroom, curled up in my bed, clinging to a stuffed pillow. I'm even drooling. Gross. My eyes are all crusted over with sleep. Double gross. Ugh, why must life be so cruel? I wipe my eyes with the back of my arm. It was just a dream, after all. I should have known. It would have been a dream. Wake up, Azusa. You're going to be late for your 9 a.m. meeting with Professor Shibata. Again. Professor Shibata? Screw him. I wish I could snuggle down under my blankets and get a few more minutes of sleep. Sleep really sounds nice right about now, especially if I can dream about her again. Mamiko. Mamiko and her flushed face, her matching underwear, and her soft, warm... Azusa! But instead, I'm stuck with the serious-looking girl with a frowning face. Mari Suminoe. Maybe. Well, her real name is actually Marilyn, like Marilyn Monroe, I imagine. Is actually Marilyn. If she gets, but she gets pissy when people call her that, so it's better not to. Not if you value your life. You could tell you're getting up. Oh, you could tell Mari or Marilyn. Obviously, we'll call her Mari. Let's play nice, okay? Alright, I'm getting up, Mari. You better. Mari glares at me, her hands on her hips. You're such a lazy good-for-nothing, Azusa. I'm surprised you even bother opening your eyes in the mornings. Hey, I resent that. I'm not completely good-for-nothing. Oh, no, that's not true. I'll give you credit where credit's due. You're rather good at being late to appointments, forgetting engagements, and saying inappropriate things at inappropriate times. Wow, thanks, wifey. Love you, too. I get to my feet and give Mari a quick kiss on the cheek. She pouts and folds her arms, but doesn't try to push me away. Maybe she's gotten used to it. After all these years, I finally worn her down. Huh. That sounds kind of abusive, actually. Oh, well. I smile to myself, still reliving my dream as I get dressed. Have some shame, would you? I don't know what that word means. Maybe I should buy you a dictionary. Silly Mari, does my naked body really excite you that much? No, not really. I just think it's improper. You shouldn't strip down at the drop of a hat. But how else am I supposed to get dressed? Couldn't you wait till I'm out of the room? But we've been friends for so long. I thought you wouldn't mind. I mean, we've even taken baths together. That was a long time ago, Azusa. Who cares? You should care. Well, how about this? I smile. Why don't you look at it as free service? What do you mean, service? But Mari doesn't leave. Instead, she harumps poutedly? Why are all these words so weird? And turns her head. Whatever, just hurry up. Can do. I retrieve my clothes, which are scattered all across the floor, and start to put them on. I frown, patting down my chest with my hands. It's not like they're small, but compared to Mamiko, compared to Mari. Stop staring at my chest, Azusa. How'd you know I was staring? Because you always stare. Boo, I thought I was being subtle. You're about as subtle as a fist in the face. Now hurry up. Yes, ma'am. I gave Mari a salute and finished tugging on my shorts. So Mari, what's for breakfast? Who said I made you breakfast? Please, does she think I'm stupid or something? You always make me breakfast. You're in university now, Azusa. You're old enough to cook for yourself. And I'm old enough to go to prison if I happen to burn my dorm down. You are such a spoiled brat. I know, right? Ugh. Mari sighs. What am I gonna do with you? Love me forever and ever? I bat my eyelashes at her winsomely, if that's how you say that. Mari groans and pushes me away. Ah, how could you? Quite easily. But rabbits die when they get lonely, Mari. Then it's a good thing you're not a rabbit. It's a good thing you're not a rabbit now. I made you an omelet. It's sitting in the pan over the stove. Ha! I knew it. All according to plan. Yay, I love you, Mari. You're the best. But you have to eat it quickly, alright? You have 20 minutes. Can do. I'm an unstoppable machine when it comes to food. I can eat my weight in rice in under a minute. Whenever I go to all-you-can-eat buffets, the serving staff end up in tears. Mari says that isn't something I should boast about. I disagree. I mean, it's impressive, if nothing else. It's certainly something. The campus of the Victoria Academy of Music is pretty nice. I mean, you'd expect it to be nice since it's so exclusive. Plus, coming here costs a load of money. Mari would never have been able to afford to attend if she hadn't won that scholarship. Mari's always been so studious. She spent her high school days locked away in her room, poring over her books. I hardly ever got to see her back then. Whenever she did emerge from her room, more like crypt, her face was frighteningly white and pale. She got some huge bags under her eyes, too. I guess her hard work paid off in the end, but if I'd worked as hard as Mari did, I wouldn't have chosen to come here of all places. Not that I had a choice. My family never lets me decide what I want to do. Oh well. Complaining would probably sound ungrateful, and nobody really wants to hear that anyway. Ignore it. I'll ignore it. I'm pretty good at doing that. Instead, I stretch, raising my arms above my head, my joints click. And now she's like, it's a really beautiful day. Be that as it may, you shouldn't do that. What? Click your joints. Oh, and why not? You'll get arthritis when you're older, and then you won't be able to play the cello anymore. Like, that'll be a huge loss. Whoever shed tears over a once-was cellist? I don't know. Come on, Mari, lighten up a little. I will not lighten up. This is your future we're talking about, Azusa. Somebody has to worry about it, even if you don't. Well, I'm sure it'll work out somehow. That's your answer for everything. Exactly. You're too young to worry about all that stuff. You might not need to worry, but I do. I don't come from a rich family, unlike you. I guess she has a point, but it's too early in the morning to think about this. Don't worry, be happy. I can't help but worry. You can worry about yourself. You can worry about yourself, sure, but I'll be fine on my own. Are you certain about that? Mm-hmm. Cats always land on their feet. You're not a cat. I curl one of my hands into a paw and bat playfully at Mari's shoulder. Not doing that. Not doing that. Stop it. She does it again. Seriously, cut it out. Meow away. That's even more forced than, like, I'm coming right meow, which is something I do say. Why not? Why do you never do what I tell you to do? Because you never really mean the things you say. What? Little laugh. I know you like the attention, really, Mari. I don't know what you're talking about. You're a cat person, aren't you? My dad's allergic, but you always used to stop by Miss Kawakami's house on the way to school to pet her what? I missed it. To pet her cute tortie? Tortie? I don't even know. That was that, and this is this. Cats just bite things and leave hair everywhere, and does it again. You're not even a cat. Honestly, I think you act more like a dog. Excuse meow? You're so noisy, and you always bound about everywhere. That's definitely something dogs do. You want to see me in a collar. That isn't what I meant. You're taking this the wrong way. Why are you always so perverse? I'm not perverse. You're the one who's thinking lewd things about me, Mari. I'm not. I just... you know, just anime things. Little laugh. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I had to click something. Ah! Mari's eyes widen in shock. A sudden gust of wind snakes through the campus. It shakes the cherry blossom trees so the boughs tremble. A few loose blossoms scatter to the wind. So does Mari's skirt. No! The pleats of her demure skirt fly upwards, revealing a rather generous amount of thigh. Mari's thighs are pretty thick. They spill over the confines of her black knee socks. Nice. I want to pinch them. Maybe I have a thing about pinching squishy things, but who can blame me? A girl's gotta have some fun. Mari's thighs are cute, but her panties are even cuter. They're pretty sensible, as befitting a serious girl like Mari, but something about the plain, pure white is so adorable and innocent. The little ribbon doesn't hurt either. I would rate it at least a 7 out of 10. What are you talking about? Mari glares at me. She's trying to push the hem of her skirt down with her hands, and isn't succeeding. Mari's face is bright red like a piece of beetroot, but not beetroot, because I hate beetroot, but I like Mari, most of the time. She tastes a lot better than any plain old beetroot anyway. I should know, I've licked her more than once. What a lovely image. Stop standing there and help me. I could, but that doesn't sound like much fun. Azusa, you should start wearing shorts like me. That's a sensible thing to do. I can't wear shorts, that wouldn't go with my outfit. What about cycling shorts? You can wear them under your skirt. That would be shameless, and exposing your underwear isn't? It just doesn't make any sense. I don't go cycling. I guess cycling shorts are usually associated with sporty girls. You're not the type. Well, that's fine by me. I can stare at you all day. Azusa. Mari whines, her face gets redder and redder. I observe Mari for a few moments more when a idea suddenly occurs to me. Or it's more like, aha! Or whatever. I slide my hand into my pocket and pull out my cell phone. This is a bad idea. I bypass the lock screen in an instant, then open my camera app. How long is this wind? Like, is it a gust of wind? It's not like a stream of wind. It's like a constant blowing wind. Anyway, I angle my hand, position my camera, and then snap. I take the photo. Yep, this is a winner. A blushing Mari in her adorably innocent white panties, preserved for all prosperity. I'm sure mankind will thank me for this someday. Azusa! The wind finally dies down. Mari tugs at the hem of her skirt so hard the fabric threatens to tear. Then she glares. No, it's not just a glare. It's a glower. Why did you do that? Because I wanted to. But why? That's illegal. Oh, come on, Mari. Come now, Mari. Since when was appreciating the female form a crime? It depends on how you appreciate it, obviously. I don't see how it's any different than going to an art gallery and looking at paintings of naked women. That has nothing to do with fine art. Or this has nothing to do with fine art. You take a photo of my I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Panoplosores? If that's how you say that, I don't know. What on earth is that? It's a dinosaur. Putting that to one side, you know what you did. The question is why. I'll tell you later, Mari. It's a very long, complex story. Complex? Mari snorts. Yeah, right. Nothing about you is complex. Get back here, Azusa. Sorry, I have a meeting with Professor Shibata, remember? Gotta dash. Azusa. But I don't listen. I never listen. She's fun. I already vaulted away, my phone clenched in my right hand like a gazelle. Not that gazelles carry cell phones. Neither do they take candid upskirt photos of their best friends. Looking back on it, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I can be a pretty bad person sometimes. Yeah, you know, I mean, what are you gonna do? Okay, sorry, I'm back. Alright, Miss Yusui, it really is pleasant to see you. Pleasant, yeah, right. If Professor Shibata really did think it was pleasant to see me, he wouldn't have paused so long there. He thinks I don't know he hates me, but I'm totally onto him. I'm not as dumb as I look, or indeed act. How long has it been? It feels like weeks. I'm not sure really. No, I can't imagine you would be sure. You've never been good at keeping tabs on the time. Maybe it runs in the family. Your father, Hideo Yusui, had that kind of reputation. A genius, yes, but only with the violin. With all due respect, sir, I fail to see what my father has to do with all of this. Ah, yes, you're quite right, of course. I just can't help myself. You really do look a lot like him. God, I hope not. Dad's in his early 50s, and he's starting to go bald. Was that meant to be some sort of insult? I used to go to school with your father, you know. We're both alumni of this academy. I know Hideo Yusui very well indeed. Hideo Yusui isn't here right now. Quite right, too. Now, I'm fortunate enough to tutor his daughter. Professor Shibata coughs and pushes his glasses up on the bridge of his nose. The senses shimmer. It's a little ominous. Lenses, not senses. At least it would be, if the guy wearing them wasn't even shorter than I am, with a wrinkled head and wrinkled hands. I can't believe he's the same age as my dad. I mean, Dad's not exactly young, but this guy looks downright wizened, if that's how you say that. It's like he's been trapped in a pickle jar for the last decade. In any event, Miss Yusui, how is that essay coming along? Ah, yes, that essay. That essay I've been trying hard not to think about. Oh, I'm gonna try and BS my way through this one somehow. The essay is coming along well. I want to write about something rather specialized, though, and the library doesn't have all the books I want. I place an order with the librarian, and the books are going to be shipped all the way from... What place in Japan is suitably far away? Kuroshi. If that's just that. Croishi? Maybe it's Kuroishi. Kuroishi? I don't know, man. So it might take a while. That place you just mentioned? Professor Shibata raises an eyebrow. Isn't that in... Oh, man. Aomori? Yeah, it's quite a while away. Try right on the northern tip of Japan, so I think it'll take a few days before the shipment arrives. I see that might cause a holdup. Exactly! I'm so glad you understand. But... there's always a but. And not the kind of but I'm interested in. You have already missed the deadline of the essay by a week, Miss Yusui. I can't keep extending it for your sake. I know that, I understand. I just, got so interested in researching the... I don't even know how to pronounce that. The broke period? How do you even pronounce that? I need, to hear, a guide on how you pronounce that. You guys might see a flicker. I'm literally going to Google it, and I'm probably not even going to edit it out. How the freak do you pronounce that? B-R-A-B-A-R-O-Q-U-E. Maybe let's go I don't even know how to say pronunciation. Maybe let's go pronounce this.
Baroque.
Oh, so that is how you say that. It's Baroque. Baroque? So it's Baroque period. Wow, I swore I was gonna be wrong because of that's how that's pronounced, you know? B-A-R-O-Q-U-E. Oh yeah.
Baroque.
So it's Baroque. Baroque period. Baroque period. Baroque period.
Baroque.
See, this lady says it really broken apart.
Baroque.
But that's exactly how it's pronounced. It's just the Baroque period. The Baroque period? Whatever. Anyway, it probably doesn't matter that badly. I was just curious. Oh God, simply saying that makes me feel like part of me is dying. That I got a bit carried away. Huh, well that sounds like Hideo. Exactly! We're all so passionate about music in my family. It must be in my father's blood. My father's blood runs so strongly in my veins as the coffee they serve in some place in France. As soon as those books arrive in the library, I'll be able to turn in that essay, I promise. That is what you said last week, though. I know, but this time for sure. I'll do it. Professor Shibata observes me for a few minutes. His fingers are laced together at his front like a villain from an anime. The lenses of his glasses are shining. Then, after a sizable pause, "Alright, Miss Yusui, that'll be all." He finally drops the subject, and not a second too soon either. I was actually starting to sweat a little there. "Well, if you'll excuse me." I get to my feet. My legs feel a little wobbly, my head aches too. Ugh. I can't stand these meetings. I knew there was a reason why I always skipped them. I need something to calm me down. Maybe a coffee at this French coffee place. Not that the coffee there is any good. I'm much more interested in the waitresses. Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Azusa, I should have known I'd find you here. And what do you mean by that, wifey? Just look at this place. Mari gestures at the interior of the small cafe. It looks pretty normal, really. It's cute, charming, homey. But it's not just any cafe. You only need to look at the waitresses to deduce that much. That's right. This small, humble establishment is actually a maid cafe. What a shock. Well, I guess it's not that much of a shock if you look at the name of the place. It's called Le Filet Angelique, maybe? For a reason. Angelic girls, in other words. And the waitresses who work there are definitely that. Here, not there. One of the maids, a cute girl with pigtails, rushes forward to hand Mari a menu. "Hello, mistress. It's wonderful to see you." "Oh, it's nice to see you, too?" A little laugh. "You don't need to be so nice to me, mistress. I'm just a maid." Sorry? And you don't need to apologize either. My mistress should never, ever have to apologize." I'm sorry? Now, what did I just say? Gosh, you really are cute. I'll just leave the menu here then. Please give me a call when you're ready to order." "Oh, yes, of course. I'll be back soon. Please enjoy yourself, mistress." And the maid leans a little closer to Mari, her lips inches away from her ear. "Try to keep your little friend under control." "Who, me? Azusa?" She's been staring at me this whole time. It's a little creepy." She does that. I'll keep an eye on her, don't worry." "Thank you, I appreciate it." So saying, the maid turns and skips off to another table with a cry of, "Yes, master, right away." I watch her as she goes. I pout. How rude. As if I need to be kept under control. Well, she does have a point. You were staring at her. How can I not stare? These outfits are totally adorable. But you were drooling. So what? Maybe I'm just hungry. For the food here? So Mari flips through the glossy menu. She raises an eyebrow. She has a point. The food here is actually pretty bland. I should know. I've been here more than enough times. The omelet rice is undercooked, the hamburger steaks are sometimes a little raw in the middle, and the parfaits are already starting to melt when they're brought to the table. That's to say nothing of the coffee. It's more like brown gritty water. Still, maid cafes aren't about the food. If you judge an establishment like this based on those closed-minded principles, you'll never understand the real appeal. How on earth can you eat at this awful place, Azusa? With my mouth? Don't be facetious. I think that's what that word is. Aren't you embarrassed to be surrounded by so many what? So many girls in short skirts? But that's the best part. I think it's scandalous. Oh, I see. Are you jealous, Mari? What? You heard me. Are you jealous that I come to this place to stare at pretty girls when I could be staring at you? Get real, as if. I would never be jealous of something like that. Yep, she's jealous. Totally jealous. Anyway, I think you pay too much attention to me as it is. Oh, what do you mean by that, Mari, my dear? I mean that photo. Oh, the one I took earlier? Yes, that photo. The one of your Mari leans across the table and presses a hand against my mouth. You don't need to spell it out. She just says, like, mouthing, just Did I make myself clear? I glanced down at Mari's hand. I could lick it. Should I lick it? Of course I'm not gonna lick it. That's freaking stupid. I'm gonna save it just in case, but absolutely not. Yeah, maybe not. Mari draws away from me, settling herself back down in her chair with an almighty sigh. Tough day at the office, honey? I've had a tough life thanks to you. Are you gonna delete that photo or not? I think not. Why not? Because it's mine. I took it. It's my personal property. It's a photo of me. And what are you gonna do about it? Sue me? Give me strength. Mari rolls her eyes upwards until her irises are almost completely absorbed in a sea of milky white. She looks like she's been possessed by a ghost, but if I told her that, she'd probably hit me. In the head. With a fork. She's threatened me with worse. I just want to know why. Why what? Why you took that stupid photo? It was practice. For what? A career as a professional deviant? Not quite. Well, how do I explain this? I lean back even further in my chair, tapping my finger against my lower lip. At least we're talking about the photo. At least we're talking about the photo, not my last meeting with Professor Shibata. The panties are probably easier to explain than my missing essay. About the pic. Yes. You'll probably think it's stupid. I think most of the things you say are stupid. Thanks, babe. Love you too. But seriously, I hear a rumor going around campus a few days ago, back when I was practicing Ode to Birds and Rainbows with the band. The second-year girl with freckles and super cute braids was talking about it. I think her name is Sasami? Do you know everybody's name in the band? Only the cute girls? You are so single-minded. There's nothing wrong with having a hobby. Stalking cute girls is not a hobby. Don't devalue my interest like that, Mari. Get on with it. What did Sasami say? She said, a few days ago, a total stranger sent her a friend's request on Lime. Lime's a regular chat apps you can get on your phone, but the cute stickers set the experience apart. It's where 99% of the fun comes from. Too bad Mari's one of those weird old-fashioned people who never uses stickers or emojis. She's even uses correct punctuation and types in full sentences. Can you believe it? Okay, first of all, like, having a full sentence and correct punctuation in a text doesn't make you old. Alright, that's me right there. I use lots of emojis, unless the person I'm texting isn't using any, and then I stop using them a lot of the time. But I use a fair amount of emojis, but I use, like, mostly correct punctuation, and I do type in full sentences, because for me it makes it easier. If I have to, like, you know, bring out a cipher to figure out what a text is because they left out all the vowels or something, that doesn't save time. It would take me longer to type it, and it would take me a lot longer to read it. So I type in full sentences, my punctuation is mostly correct, and, like, periods are important in a sentence. If someone texts you a paragraph and they have no, what are those little thing, commas, they have no commas or no periods, then it just, like, it looks like the ramblings of a madman. You're like, where does this sentence break apart? Like, and then again, you're spending more time just deciphering whatever the heck they texted you. So anyway, I'm just saying. Anyway, who has the time for that? Yeah, so Sasami was a little confused, but she figured it was probably some girl from the orchestra or choir or something. No big deal, right? But there's a little more to the story than that. Of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't be replaying it to Mari. Relaying it, not replaying it. So, the stranger goes by the name of Venus. Like, that's not a strange name. That's what Sasami said. She thought the screen name was weird, but the stuff Venus said was even weirder. What'd she say? Venus said, I paused for dramatic effect. A few patrons chat together in the background, forks clink against plates, and the bell above the door rings, whatever. I ignore it. That if you send her a photograph of your crush's panties, she would use her magic so that you can be with them forever. There is a pause. A sizable pause. A whole string of ellipses, one after the other. Just so much silence. Mari blinks. Then she draws away. She looks unimpressed. That's stupid. I know it sounds stupid, but I heard it really works. Are you sure about that? Yes, some of the other girls in the orchestra band heard about Venus, and they gave it a go. And they said it's true. They took a photo of their crush's panties, and they sent it to Venus, and then their crush confessed to them. This sounds like one of those chain emails. Send this to 10 other people in under an hour, or you'll be cursed with gallstones and your hair will fall out. Goodness, people are so gullible. We're not children anymore. Yeah, but it's kind of fun, isn't it? No. But you see, I got a mysterious friend request last night too. From Venus. Yup. And you want to send her a photo of your crush's panties. Well, I don't know if I really believe it, but it sounds like fun. More fun than doing that essay for Professor Shibata anyway. Seriously, this is a music academy. Why do I need to write an essay? I thought I left that behind me when I finished high school. Musical theory is important, Azusa. How can we make music if we don't understand the history behind it? Don't wanna. You still have to write your essay. But still, that doesn't explain everything. It doesn't? No. Huh. I thought I summarized everything quite neatly. Did I leave any pertinent information out of my exposition? Why did you take a picture of my panties? You don't have a crush on me, do you? Mari looks unusually hesitant. Her eyes are downcast, directed at the tabletop. She looks so cute. What? She's so cute, I want to take her home. But... Alright, come on. Obviously, we know where we're going with this. We're going to give it a save in case this doesn't go well. If you keep looking that adorable, you'll steal my heart. If you keep looking that cute, Mari, you might just steal my heart. Huh? Did you really mean that? That's right, you're super cute. I'm not... Well, it is true you're always scowling, but that just makes your rare smiles even sweeter. It's like finding an oasis in the middle of a desert. So you're saying I'm dry and unhospitable? Well, maybe? Huh, idiot. Even when you try to compliment me, it turns into an insult. But despite that, Mari doesn't look entirely unhappy. Mari turns her head to one side, but I think that's to hide a smile. How cute. I just hope she isn't getting the wrong idea here. Though, I didn't take that photo of you because I have a crush on you. It was just a test run. A test? And she's like, maybe it's like a of affirmation, I don't know. I was trying to see how skilled I am in the art of upskirt photography. It's not an art. It could be. You're disgusting. Hey, I'm the one asking for the photos. I'm not the one asking for the photos. Venus is. You're still playing along with it because it sounds like fun, and I'm bored of studying, and I really, really want things to work out with Mamiko. You never study anyway. It's not possible to be bored of something you don't do. And do you really think things will magically work out with Mamiko if you follow her around and take photos of her underwear? Well, no, not really, but it's fun to imagine. Where's your sense of adventure? This isn't a joke, Azusa. If you get caught taking photos like that on campus, you could get expelled. Oh no, I'll never play the viola again. Which would imply I've played it before, which I haven't. I'm monogamous? I don't know what that means when it comes to my instrument, and I would never cheat on my cello. Okay, I'm assuming that means, like, I only know one. I'm assuming what that means. No idea how to pronounce it, but I'm assuming it means I only know how to play a cello. Besides, picking up another instrument sounds like a huge pain in the ass. I don't understand girls like Mamiko who are so skilled they've mastered 3 instruments, including the harp. That's like learning 3 languages, and all I could say in English is, my name is bread. Hey, that's more than I could say in, like, any language, like, other than English, you know? Anyway, I mean, barely English, too, actually. Take this seriously, please. I know your parents are rich, but not even they'll be able to bail you out if you're caught acting like a pervert. Ouch. Mari certainly sounds serious. She looks serious, too. Her eyebrows are all furrowed. So I guess you really do like Mamiko. How could I not like her? She's so cute and dreamy. You've hardly spoken a single word to her. That means I can fill in all the blanks with my imagination. She's shy, gentle, well-spoken, easily embarrassed, and definitely not the kind of girl who would work at a maid cafe. Of course not. Such things would be beneath my sweet, gentle Mamiko. It's funny you would say that. What's funny? See for yourself. Mari gestures to the right. I glance to one side and... She's just like, huh? I'm not sure how that is pronounced. At that moment, all intelligent thought inside my head dies. My eyes widen, my mouth falls open. I stare. I probably look like a goldfish, but I can't bring myself to care. Hell yeah. Mamiko. I keep forgetting that I have to click to initiate anything. Hello, mistress. Would you like a table for 2? There, standing in the cafe with a sweet and unassuming smile on her face. No way. Is none other than my idol, Mamiko Matsubara. The maid dress is almost criminally short, exposing a generous amount of milky thigh. Mamiko's large chest strains against the fabric of the uniform. She looks so cute. I've never imagined my Mamiko would look this adorable in a maid outfit. Mostly because I've never imagined her in a maid outfit before. It's not the kind of thing Mamiko would ever wear. She's too elegant for that. But she is wearing her maid outfit. It's undeniably a maid outfit, complete with a frilly white knee socks and frilly white headband. Part of me thinks Mamiko might look cuter if she got rid of the dress and only wore an apron. But that's lewd! Mamiko isn't that kind of girl. Then again, I didn't think she was the kind of girl who would dress up as a maid. She's already proven me wrong. Ah, she looks good. I can't stop staring. Oh, another customer. It's so wonderful to see you, master. Mamiko bows again. Her chest bounces. I always knew her breasts were big, but they even look even bigger in that outfit. Oh, if I don't watch out, my nose is gonna start bleeding. Hey, this girl's pretty cute. I've not seen her around here before, or seen you around here before. Are you new? I'm only working here temporarily, master. That's a shame. If you were a regular, I'd come here every day. Then your grades would go down, Taka. Well, maybe it's a good thing you don't work here. Maybe it is. I wouldn't want your grades to suffer because of me, master. Ah, so cute. She really is. I think she's just playing up to the customers, playing her role as a maid, but it's working. Now, may I show you to your seats? Go right ahead. Mamiko could lead me to a tank filled with piranhas wearing that outfit, and I'd still follow her. I'd be more than happy to. I'd do anything for her. Her skirt shifts when she walks. If I appear, craning my neck, I think I can see her panties. But I'm too distracted to reach for my phone. All I can do is stare. And plus, I mean, I don't know how far away she is, but at a distance, like, I mean, what are the odds your camera's good enough to pick up something that's that subtle, you know? Mamiko. My Mamiko. What on earth is she doing here? Probably, I mean, working. Everybody needs money. Oh goodness, I'm so embarrassed. I must have given you such a start. I'm sorry if I caused you any inconvenience. Oh, don't be silly. It's no inconvenience at all. In fact, it was the opposite. Seeing Mamiko in a maid outfit was a very fulfilling experience, if I do say so myself. If you want to dress like that in your spare time, that's fine with me. It is? More than fine. I welcome it wholeheartedly. Well, thank you. That's what Mamiko says, but she still looks a little unsure. I wonder how I can reassure her. Pause. Let's give it another save. I think telling her it's alright to be a pervert is a bad plan, so I think I'll tell her maids are cute. Don't worry about it too much, Mamiko. I think you look really cute dressed as a maid. You do? Really? Really, really? Oh my. I'm not used to being complimented like that. But you're like the most beautiful girl on campus. Doesn't everybody tell you how lovely you are? No, actually, not all people not all people are quite so forthcoming with their compliments. I had no idea you felt that way about me, but I suppose it makes me a little bit happy. Little laugh. Also laugh. I grin proudly. You look even cuter when you smile. Azusa! Mari gives me a withering look. Stop gushing about Miss Matsubara. You'll embarrass her. Oh, please, call me Mamiko. And while I appreciate your attempts to console me, Azusa, I wasn't working at that place because I wanted to. The cafe. Maybe let's call it the cafe. Of course not. I didn't think you were. You're not the type, Miss Mamiko. What do you mean, the type? What type do you have to be to work at a maid cafe? Mari makes it sound like it's some sort of criminal activity, even worse than perjury or underage drinking or eating natto and actually enjoying it. Who seriously enjoys fermented soybeans anyway? I mean, she isn't like you, Azusa. What does that mean? She's not a deviant. Thanks, Marilyn. You're such a supportive friend. Don't call me that. You deserve it. Please don't argue about me because of me. We're not arguing because of you. We're arguing because Azusa... Mari flicks my forehead. It stings. Is an idiot. Owie! I think she got a little too excited seeing you in the outfit. She can't think clearly. Oh, goodness. If that really is true, I would be very flattered. It's a little embarrassing, but I'm sure... Sukiha would be happy about that, too. Sukiha? She owns the cafe. She's my older cousin. Your cousin owns a maid cafe? Yeah, I suppose she's the black sheep of the family. I'll say. Mamiko Matsubara comes from a pretty famous family. She's almost as famous as my family, which is saying something. Her dad's a composer. Her mom was a popular soprano who released a few solo albums back in the day. They're rather prestigious in the world of classical music, so it makes sense that their only daughter Mamiko is also a prodigy. And there's even more to it than that. Mamiko's grandmother was a lauded... I'm assuming that's like flutist, like someone who plays a flute, but I don't know how to pronounce it necessarily. And that's, of course, it's just flutist, I don't know. Flutist, I don't know. One of her uncles runs an adult choir in Kyoto, and I think a couple of her cousins are music teachers. And then there's this mysterious, slightly well-known cousin, Sukiha, who runs a maid cafe. I guess there are all sorts of it in every family. Not that I blame Sukiha, whoever she is. I feel so stifled by my family, sometimes I want to drop it all and open my own maid cafe. Who cares about Bach or Brahms? I don't know who that one is. When you can surround yourself with cute girls. Well, her business hasn't been doing so well lately, so she asked me to help her out. To attract more customers? Exactly. Wearing an outfit like that was a little too much, but I'll do anything for Sukiha. You really are a nice girl, Mamiko. Thank you. I try my best. But weren't you worried somebody from our university would see you? If it were me, I'd die of embarrassment. I was a little nervous, but Sukiha told me students from the Victoria Academy don't often come here. She said she attracted a more, niche clientele. Or is it niche? Niche? I've always said it niche, but most of my family says niche. And niche to me sounds weird. Niche sounds more correct, but I don't know. By niche, I imagine she means creepy, nerdy guys. Well, yes, though creepy is a bit harsh. Besides, a lot of girls go to the cafe, too. Really? I was a little surprised, but apparently they think our outfits are cute. They are cute, super cute. You got the Azusa seal of approval. See if anybody would want that. And I go to that cafe all the time. There's no rule that says girls can't like cute maids. I don't know if you really count as a girl, Azusa. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm definitely a girl. You want to check? No, not really. Mari sniffs. You're proving my point. You really are a perv. Hey, Mamiko wouldn't need to hear that. Doesn't need to hear that. It's quite alright. What is? Even if you are a pervert, I don't mind. No, I'm not. Well, I am, but I don't want Mamiko to know that. If anybody from Victoria had to see me in that embarrassing outfit, I'm glad it was you two. But why? Why? You always seem very sensible, Miss Suminoe. And as for you, Miss Yusui, I trust you. Huh? I press a hand against my chest. My heart is fluttering. You trust me? With all due respect, Miss Matsubara, Mamiko, why would you do something like that? That's right, nobody should trust me. I'm like super unreliable. Don't volunteer that information. She's always late to her meetings with Professor Shibata. I never bothered to learn pieces by note. She doesn't read music until she was 15. She didn't read music, not doesn't. I'm a law unto myself. She was staring at your thighs the whole time while you were in the cafe. Hey, Mari, that's going too far. That didn't stop you earlier. With friends like Mari watching my back, who needs enemies? Still, it's nice to know the only thing we seemingly agree on is how useless I am. Ouch. That's a strong, sturdy foundation for any relationship. Little laugh, but be that as it may, I think you seem like a nice girl. You're always so energetic, and eager to help others. I'm a little ashamed that you saw me like that, but I trust you won't tell anybody, will you? You'll both keep it a secret, right? Of course we will. Isn't that right, Azusa? Mari nudges me in the side with her elbow, not that she really needs to. What does she think I am, stupid? I am stupid, but that's beside the point. I'm never gonna tell anybody about the amazing, incredible sight I saw. I want to keep it all to myself. That's right, I'll take it to the grave. And if anybody else from the Victoria Academy sees Mamiko in the maid outfit, I'll poke out their eyes. Little laugh, thank you so much. Mamiko smiles serenely. That smile, it's just like the smile she gave me a year ago when I first met her, and I was lost. I think I'm falling for her all over again. This might be the start of a beautiful friendship. What do you think, Miss Yusui? Oh, I clear my throat. All of a sudden it feels dry. Please, call me Azusa. Alright then, Azusa. I pressed my hand against my chest. My heart's beating so hard I think it might burst. Yeah, that's fair, man. Okay. No, I can't believe it. I missed my golden opportunity. What are you whining about now? My chance, the best chance, maybe my only chance. What chance? The chance to take a photo of Mamiko's panties, obviously. Oh, obviously. Mari rolls her eyes. And for a moment I thought you were going to say something intelligent. Intelligent? Me? Surely not. Yes, I now realize the error of my ways. What a fool I was. Seriously, though. I pout and scuff the heel of my foot against the floor. That maid outfit had such a short skirt. It was the perfect photo op. Oh dear, how terrible for you. Oh dear, how terrible for you. It is terrible. It was a stroke of luck we caught her in that maid cafe, and we might not see her there again. We blew it. Correction, you. Pardon? You blew it, not we. There is no we. But we're in this together, aren't we, Mari? No. Aw, but nothing. I don't want to be involved in this stupid scheme. Unlike you, I have no desire to take a photo of Mamiko Matsubari's underwear. Not even for the sake of my love life? Not even for the sake of your life itself. Not for the sake of anything. But what if I was dying of cancer? The only way to cure it was a picture of Mamiko's panties. Then you just have to die quietly, wouldn't you? Boo. You're mean, Mari. At least I'm not a delinquent like you. Delinquent? That's kind of harsh. I don't know what to do now. Mamiko's always surrounded by people. Well, she is the queen of the campus. I know, but I'll never be able to get a pic of her panties now. It'll be hard. Then why don't you drop it and focus on your studies? Don't you have an essay you should be writing? I don't think so, no. Baroque music, already a week overdue. Still doesn't ring any bells. Sorry, I'm all clogged up all of a sudden. I can't breathe. Well, it better start ringing some bells soon. If you leave another assignment unfinished, Azusa, you're in some serious trouble. What's underneath Mamiko's skirt can wait. I know. But just because I know, it doesn't mean I care. I mean, don't think anybody cares about Baroque music. I certainly don't. I want my relationship with Mamiko to work out. And if I want it to work out, I'll have to take a picture of her panties. I know it sounds weird, but I don't make the rules. That's just how life is. Since when did everything become so complicated? Yeah, so complicated. Ah, yes, tactical lighting. Hell yeah. That tactical lighting coming in clutch. Which works out good, because that means I don't have to edit. I lean back in the bathtub, letting the warm water pool around me. My hair curls damply around my cheeks and sticks to my forehead. The tub feels cool against my back. It's nice and comforting. But that doesn't stop me from sighing. I'm not the sort of person who usually sighs. I think I caught that from Mari. She does it all the time. My whole family does that, like, relentlessly. Just sighs. I do it a lot, too. It's a shame. I can't catch her huge boobs. I didn't catch her huge boobs from her, too. Well, it's not like mine are small, but I prod at one of them with my fingers. My fingertip slinks into the soft mound by less than an inch or so. When I retract it, it bounces. It's kind of satisfying, I guess. But it'd be more satisfying if it belonged to Mamiko. My Mamiko. Not that she's mine. We might be friends, tentatively, after I happen to see her in that adorable maid outfit, but that isn't the same thing as being girlfriends. I wish she was, though. But I can't have everything I want, not by wishing it. I can't have boobs like Mari's, and I can't have Mamiko as my girlfriend. How sad. This world really is depressing. I lean back in the tub and let the water wash over me. I spend so much time bouncing about, being all energetic and hyper and silly and cheerful. Sometimes it's nice to just unwind. Sometimes I tire myself out with my perpetual energy. But it's not like I can really complain. I've had a pretty easy life, all things considered, not like Mari. Mamiko's parents might be pretty famous, but they have nothing on mine. My dad's a world-famous violinist. He's performed in Tokyo, London, Venice, all over the world. He appeared on TV on more times than I can count. He's revered as some kind of prodigy by classical music fans everywhere. When I was a kid, he was rarely ever home. He was off doing some big, important things, shaping the world of music, as Mom said. Mom's a musician too. She plays the cello just like me. She's not quite as popular as Dad, but she gave up some of her aspirations of being famous soloist after I was born. But she still has quite a large fan base. A lot of people think she's hot too, even after having a baby. I've seen the forums. I think classical music fans would be a little less intense, but they're just human beings in the end, just like you or me. Still, I'd really rather not see random guys online calling my mother a MILF. Who wants that? Seriously. Whatever. My parents always wanted me to take after them. They got me learning all kinds of instruments from an early age. I had a lot of different lessons, but the one instrument that really stuck was my mother's specialty, the cello. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's something about how huge the thing was. Was I overcompensating for having a small chest? Nah. I'm just a fan of instruments that can also be used as murder weapons. I don't think there's a deep meaning behind my musical preferences. I'm the type of person who sees something I like and then goes after it. I act first, ask questions later. Sometimes I don't ask any questions at all. I do what I like and I take what I want. Only with this whole music thing, that wasn't entirely the case. I might have chosen to pursue the cello by myself, but would I ever have picked up the bow without my parents pushing? Probably not. I'm not naturally talented. I can't hold a note worth a damn. When I was younger, my parents thought I was totally tone deaf. Like Mari said, I was a teenager when I finally learned how to read sheet music. But though I've never been great with music, I kept at it. I tried, and I eventually got, maybe not good, but passably decent. If you didn't know how many hours I poured into my stupid cello, you might even be fooled into thinking I'm naturally talented, which I'm not. I just worked hard. But I didn't work hard because I wanted to. It was just a thing I had to do to make my parents happy. It made my parents proud of me. Then I managed to get into Victoria Academy for Music, and they were even prouder of me. It was the same school my parents went to when they were younger. It's where they met. You're going to make something amazing of yourself someday, Azusa. Just you wait and see. You might not have the raw talent, but you've got potential, and if you keep going, you'll become a star. I'm like choking to death. I don't know why. You might not be good at schoolwork, but you're a genius in your own special way. You're our special little girl. We love you a lot, Azusa. That's what they said when I got accepted into this academy. But I don't know if they really meant it. Did they love me, their daughter, Azusa Yusui? Or did they love the fictional me that they constructed in their heads? The underachieving but hardworking girl who was terrible at school but loved the cello. That's the thing, though. I don't really love the cello, and I love it less and less now that I'm supposed to base my future career on it. I don't want to think about the cello. Some days I don't even want to touch it. But what do I want to do? I don't know. That's the worst thing of all. I really don't know. Too freaking relatable. Too relatable. Anyway. That really hit the spot. I set the now empty carton of strawberry milk down on my desk. I don't really know what it is about milk, but it always clears my head after a warm bath. I sit on the side of my bed, and the mattress sinking beneath my weight, and I cross my legs. My bare toes wiggle in the relative cold. I like my baths warm, so everything feels cold after I step out of one. My poor toenails, they look so plain. A pretty girl like Mamiko would never want to date somebody with such ordinary feet. I don't think that's related at all. I need to do something about this, ASAP. If only I could get this fired up about finishing my essays. Oh well. I fish about amongst my belongings and uncover a glass of nail varnish. It's bright pink. Maybe it's a little too bright, but I've already committed to the idea. I can't back down now, I've come too far. I unscrew the lid and dip the brush into the hot pink gloop. Then, crossing one leg over the other, I reach down. A little further, further still. I'm almost there, and then... Bring? Oh god! I jump. My fingers spasm. I don't drop the brush on the carpet. Bright pink gloop infused with the bits of glitter goes everywhere. Son of a... Why do these things always happen to me? Cleaning nail polish out of the carpet is a nightmare. It's happened before. Oh, I hope you have something important to tell me, buddy. Otherwise, you're in for a world of pain. Pouting, I reach for my phone and flick through my recent messages. Then my mouth falls open. It's not a message from Mari, berating me for not working on my essay, though somehow spookily she always seems to know when I'm slacking off. It's not from any of the other girls I know in the orchestra. It isn't Mom or Dad either. It's from her, Venus. And what on earth does she want with me? I suppose I'll find out if I read her text. Greetings, Azusa. I haven't introduced myself to you before, so I'll do so now. You and many others around the campus know me as Venus. Some say I'm a pervert, but I'd prefer to think of myself as a cupid of love. Through the use of upskirt photography, I can bring happy couples together. It is a power I possess, and a power I want to share with you. I thought you were serious about your... Whoa! Sorry, almost dropped my water. Anyway, thought you were serious about your feelings for Mamiko Matsubara, and that's why I decided to add you as a contact, and I gave you a chance to make your dreams become reality. All you have to do is snap a photograph of her panties and send it to me. Really, how hard could it be? And yet, though you had a wonderful opportunity today, you let it slide. I'm beginning to wonder whether it was right for me to approach you after all. Maybe you don't love Mamiko as much as you claim to. Maybe this is all just a game to you, but it isn't a game to me. I take this very, very seriously, Azusa, and you should too. The next time you get an opportunity to take a photograph of Mamiko's underwear, you should give it all you have. Don't let me down. Otherwise, the Cupid of Love will never hear your prayers. Yours sincerely, Venus. What? I stare and stare, and I keep on staring. What does this mean? This is a little too crazy, isn't it? It's way too weird. Seriously, what the hell is this? Yeah, that was kind of weird. Well, hello, Mari. Azusa, are you in here? Heh. I bite down on my lower lip. I don't want Mari to hear me sniggering. If she catches me, then it's game over. Azusa, come on, this isn't funny. Breakfast will go cold. Breakfast? That sounds pretty appealing. My stomach perks up, but I force it into submission through sheer willpower. I can't let it rumble now. That would ruin everything. I need to tough it out a little longer. Azusa, are you in the bathroom? Mari turns, her hair flutters, so does her skirt. And in my current position, it gives me a prime shot of her underwear. Yes, shutter chance. Ha! Mari's panties really are cute. They're a neat strip of frill around the elasticated waistband, which makes them even more demure, and ribbons too. What a girl our age still wears ribbons on their underwear? Mari does. Even though she looks so serious, her panties are always super adorable. And it's not just her panties. I can see the subtle but seductive bulge of her thighs beneath her short skirt. Her thighs are seriously nice. They're kind of thick, but not too thick. In my professional experience, I'd call them just right. Those thighs, those panties, that view. The most delicate part of Mari's body is right before me, concealed only by a concealed only by a strip of cotton underwear. When I think about it like that, it really is lewd. It's too lewd for words, and that's what makes it so perfect. I decide to strike just like a viper with a cell phone with a camera function. God bless the 21st century. Oh my god. I angle my phone upwards, taking one photo, click, and then another, click, and then another, click, and that's when I discover I just can't help stop myself. This is seriously addictive. Or maybe I just have an addictive personality. It's a good thing I haven't blown all my parents' money on pachinko parlors. Compared to that, what's the harm of a few panty shots? Gee, I just figured it out. Ah! Okay, I guess there is some harm in it after all. What? Mari pulls down the hem of her skirt in a hurry. Her face burns. Yeah, you're in trouble. Azusa, what on earth are you doing? Nothing, really. Don't give me that. You were obviously doing something. What were you doing under your bed of all things? Oh, alright. Yes. Another choice. I mean, I kind of like an honesty is the best policy type of person. I was just enjoying the view. I want to say I admire you for your honesty. Then why don't you say that? Leave it at that. Why don't you say that? Leave it at that. But most of all, Mari's right eye twitches. I'm annoyed you do something that underhanded in the first place. Little laugh. I think you mean upskirted. Alright, that's it. Get out of there, idiot. Hey, it's my bed. I'll lie underneath it if I... Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not understand me? I said... Mari clears her throat. Get out. Okay, jeez. I pout and act huffy, but I'm kind of glad to escape from under there. I don't know how long I've been hiding under my bed. 10 minutes? 20? Time starts moving all funny when you're stuck in a cramped and enclosed space for so long. My limbs ache, my whole body aches. So does my head, actually, from Mari's yells. If I was a cool guy, I'd act like that secret agent from the British movies. I'd say something like, hey honey, I only want to hear you yell like that when we're in bed. Cool, could I say that? Let's go with no. Nah, that's probably not a good idea. I'll keep silent for now. Mari is my best friend, so she won't remain my friend for long if I use cheesy pickup lines like that on her. For now, I'll abstain. Time to crawl out from beneath my self-imposed prison. Wiggle, wiggle. Wriggle, wriggle, I think, actually. Honestly, Mari looks, well, she doesn't look annoyed exactly. Instead, she looks fed up. It's like she's expected this kind of silly behavior from me, but doesn't really want to believe I was capable of it. You know, I have expected this kind of silly behavior from you, but I didn't want to believe you were really capable of it. See what I mean? I know Mari so well, just like the back of my own hand. I straighten up, my spine popping unpleasantly, and brush my clothes free of lint. Ew. Don't be so serious, Mari. I was just practicing. What for? For the same thing I told you about yesterday. Good grief. Mari sighs and presses her head in her hands. She looks so done with this, it's not even funny. Actually, it is kind of funny. Are you talking about Venus again? That's right. As a matter of fact, she sent me a message yesterday. She did? What'd she say? It was a pretty long message, actually. Here, let me show you. I fished my phone out of my pocket, swiped past the lock screen, and hand it over to Mari. She takes it and reads through it with a frown. She frowns. How does she know all of this? Provided, of course, that Venus really is a she and not just some guy messing around. I don't know. It's mysterious, isn't it? She, he, they, whoever, whatever. They must have been at the cafe when we were there. It sure seems that way, doesn't it? But the only other patrons at the cafe were guys. I don't think any of them go to the Victoria Academy, though I don't know every person's face by sight. Maybe Venus isn't a patron then. What are you suggesting, Azusa? Maybe Venus is one of the maids. A maid? Yeah, like the girl with the pigtails, for example. Oh, please, like a girl would ever try to solicit panty shots. It's ridiculous. Oh, are you saying girls can't be perverts, Mari? That isn't what I'm saying. I know full well girls can be pervs. I hang out with you, after all. Good point. But this whole Venus thing, Mari makes little quotation marks with her fingers. Doesn't seem like the kind of thing a girl would pull. It's, I don't know, it's very suspicious. I can practically smell the testosterone from here. Don't be silly, I'm trying to think. This person. They must be a student at the Victoria Academy, and they must have been at the cafe. And they probably know you pretty well too, Azusa. Otherwise, they wouldn't know about your crush on Mamiko. Well, the culprit's obvious, isn't it? Is it? Yes. The culprit is... Oh, alright, hang on a minute. Let's go to number 2. Is... Crap, I don't know. Does it matter? They're all, I'm pretty sure, like, they're all probably wrong, right? Does it even matter? Mamiko! Well, that might make sense. She was at the cafe when we were there, and she does go to the Victoria Academy of Music, but I just can't imagine Mamiko doing something that shameless. Well, you know what they say. It's the quiet ones you really gotta watch out for. That's just an adage loud annoying people like yourself spout so they don't have to feel bad for their own gross misconduct. Heh, maybe. Either way, I really can't believe it's Mamiko. Aw, but that'd be such an awesome twist! Just picture it. I can't believe my university idol is this lewd. Try to take this more seriously. Aren't you interested in finding the culprit? Culprit? You make it sound like Venus has done something wrong. They have done something wrong. They're encouraging people to take indecent photographs. It's lewd. It's so lewd. Where's my... Oh, dang it. I think my bandana's in my other pants. Dang it all. Anyway, sorry. People will act lewd whether they have a mysterious overseer egging them on or not. It's called human nature, my dear Mari. Well, I want nothing to do with it. I think it's decidedly unpleasant. And if you want to make a career out of being a perv who takes panty shots of unaware girls... I almost had something else. Do you really need to practice on me? But who else am I going to practice on, Mari? You're like my best friend. I might not be if you keep this up. Alright. I probably took things a little too far. If you don't want to be used as target practice, Mari, target practice, she says, then we should go out there and look for Mamiko. If you really liked Mamiko, Azusa, you wouldn't be so desperate to take a photo of her panties. And what do you know about romance? You've never dated anyone before. I know that. But just because I've never dated anybody before, or kissed, or even held hands, that doesn't mean I don't know a thing or two about romance. I've seen movies, and I've played dating sims like Black Bible and Lewd Bunnies, but I probably shouldn't mention that. Black Bible, I see you're also a person of culture. I don't know if this one's real, but I know that one is. I know for a fact that romance doesn't begin when one person takes a photo of another person's underwear against their will. There was nothing about that in Romeo and Juliet. Nothing. Because cameras weren't invented back then, Mari. You know what I mean. Honestly, I think you should calm down. And why do you think that, Where did you get that excellent idea from? Well, if you're angry all the time, you might have a heart attack. I'll have a heart attack dealing with you, trying to make sure you don't get arrested. They'll never arrest cute girls, though. Mari grits her teeth together. She looks pissed, but she doesn't say anything to counteract my claims. It'll be fine. You just watch. I'll take a picture of Mamiko, and then I'll send the picture to Venus, and then she'll fix it so we fall in love. In love, huh? Mari sighs and folds her hands across her chest. You wouldn't know what love is if it smacked you in the face. Yeah, that's, maybe. So where do you think Mamiko might be, Azusa? Huh? Oh, I'm not actually sure. You mean you drag me out here so you can creep on a girl? Not creep on, Mari. I would never creep on somebody. It's more like, gaze at from afar with love and affection? Oh, okay. Stalking, then. You make me sound like such a bad person. You are a bad person, and I don't know why I'm helping you, but that's beside the point. It's incredible, really, that you dragged me out here on a wild goose chase. Wild Mamiko chase. Exactly. Exactly. It is a wild goose chase, because you have no idea where she is. Well, it's a weekend. She might not be on campus at all. Then why did you bring me out here? Alright, pause. I'm thinking because I like you. Isn't it obvious? It's because I like your company. What? Really? That's right. It's fun being with you, Mari. Even if you always get on my case about my university work and my clothes and my eating habits and alright, I get the gist. I'm a horrible nag, I know. But you're still my horrible nag. I smile and throw my arms around Mari's middle. There's nothing wrong with hugging your best friend, right? Azusa, I can't breathe. Unless you nearly suffocate them, of course. Oh, sorry, my bad. I draw away from Mari, giggling sheepishly, and rub the back of my head with one hand. Seriously though, I have no idea where I'd be without you, Mari. Probably lying in a ditch somewhere with your wallet and cell phone missing. And half of my clothes too. Yeah, I can imagine that. So about Mamiko, do you have any bright ideas? Well, she's pretty studious, so she might be in one of the practice rooms. She's always practicing. She plays like 3 instruments and sings in the choir too. Should we examine these rooms first? It's a start. I pump my fist in the air. Let's do this, Watson. Why do I have to be Watson? Why do I always have to be Watson? Because you're not the main character. Oh, shut up. Let's do this, Watson. Hello? I peer into one of the practice rooms. It's the 10th I've looked in during the last hour, but just like my earlier investigations, it yields no results. Mamiko isn't there. There is, however, a first-year girl I recognize from passing. I think she's a member of the university choir, too. What was her name? I'm sure I've heard it before. Kotoko, maybe? She's holding a score in her hands and belting out the first verse of Carmen's Habanera with an impressively deep, mature voice. But she's almost chokes on their tongue when I poke my head around the doorway. What? Her shoulders start trembling. She's trying to hide her face behind the score. Did I embarrass her? If you were going to come in, you should have knocked. I did, but I guess you didn't hear me. You were singing quite loudly. Sorry. You don't need to apologize, silly. I was just wondering if you'd seen Mamiko. Oh, you mean Miss Matsubara? That's right. Have you? I haven't. Sorry. Maybe Professor Shibata knows? I think he also teaches Miss Matsubara. Professor Shibata? I turned my head. All colored drains from my cheeks. I was so distracted talking to Kotoko, I didn't realize there was somebody else in the room. Of course, it would have to be him. The one person I absolutely, under no circumstances, wanted to run into. Ah, Miss Yusui. Just the girl I wanted to see. Crap. I'm really in for it now. How fortuitous, that's not what that is, but it's close enough. It is that we've happened to run into each other, wouldn't you agree? That word? Why's he gotta use such a pointlessly long word? Just say lucky, like everyone else. That's what I was thinking. I didn't know you were in here. Haha. Just like I said, I was just looking for Mamiko. Unfortunately, Miss Matsubara is not here. I'm sure you can see that for yourself. Yeah, well, I have an important message for her, so if she's not here, I guess I'll be on my... Wait a moment, please. Yes, what is it, sir? I think you know what I want. Obviously, we're not going to antagonize this guy. Well, maybe if I play dumb, he'll think I have a severe mental condition, and then he'll take pity on me. It's pretty unlikely, since all of my medical details have been noted down and should be available on the student database. But I can always plead sudden situational amnesia. Hey, it works in Hollywood movies. I don't rightly know, sir. Professor Shibata sighs. Come now, I wasn't born yesterday, Miss Yusui. Evidently not, he looks about 500. Where is my essay? Surely those books you ordered should have arrived by now. Well, these things take time. Amori is quite far away. It's not that far. You make it sound as though it's on the moon. It might as well be. Miss Yusui, I appreciate you want to do a thorough job on your essay, but I really am itching to get my hands on it. You assured me in our meeting a few days ago it was very near to completion. And, like I said, it is. I just need to wait for those books. How peculiar. What is? I spoke to the librarian after our little, whatever that is, expressing my concern that the books you ordered hadn't arrived yet, and do you know what she said? I can imagine. I have no idea. She said you hadn't, in fact, ordered any books from her within the last, well, ever. Crap, this is definitely not good. How can I smooth this one over? Oh, really? Yes, really. Would you care to talk her out of this one, Miss Yusui? Well, thought I placed that order. Maybe I just forgot? Ah, yes, you are the daughter of Hideo Yusui. He was a forgetful sort, too. Well, I apologize, Miss Yusui, but time really is of the essence. May I ask how long it will be until I have the pleasure of reading your finished piece, maybe. Sorry, I kind of was going too quick. Given you have had far, far longer to complete this essay than the rest of your peers, I have no doubts your essay will be exemplary. That's what he says, but I know he doesn't mean it. His lips wouldn't be curling upwards like that. Or if he did, his lips wouldn't be curling upwards like that. What a goddamn sadist. I bet he's just jealous because my dad's a famous violinist who performed all across Europe, while he's a crusty old music professor who makes a living teaching men and women with more talent than he does. It makes me feel sick. I'm working on it, I promise. Well, if you could, would you mind working a bit harder? I would like to read your essay before I retire. Yes, Professor Shibata. However, I understand they may be extenuating circumstances. The Baroque period is so endlessly fascinating, and there is such a wealth of information already available in our school library. A veritable treasure chest, sir. Indeed, it is unfortunate you forgot to order your books, but there are numerous books about the Baroque in the library already. I imagine with so much knowledge at your disposal, you must be feeling quite conflicted. Very conflicted, sir. It's awfully hard to cut an essay down to a mere 3,000 characters when there's so very much you want to say, isn't it? Exactly. I have already done so much research, you know. I want to write a really good essay, but maybe I went a bit too far. My, what a studious girl. I know, right? The whole thing's written, obviously, in my dreams, but I've been having some difficulties cutting it down to size. If you give me a few more days, I'm sure I'll be able to do it, though. Well, in light of how much work you've poured into this assignment, Miss Yusui, I'm going to be lenient with you. Really? Huh? Really? This is too good to be true. Maybe this old man isn't so bad after all. That's right. I'm willing to extend the character count just for you, Miss Yusui. Huh? Character count? That's right. This isn't something I do often, or indeed easily, but in light of your devoted research, I think it would be cruel to deny you the opportunity to fully express everything you've discovered. Now let's see. How about 6,000 characters? Does that sound good to you? 6,000? Yes, 6,000. But that's double the original character count. Indeed, it's a highly generous offer, I know. Yes, can't thank you enough for your tolerance. You asshole. Sir, but I wouldn't want to make you struggle through such a dense, long essay. Would you be able, you must be quite busy, and I feel bad about taking up so much of your time with my ramblings. Don't be silly. I could never dismiss the words of Miss Azusa Yusui, daughter of the famous Hideo Yusui, as mere ramblings. Why, I imagine you have more to say on the subject of Baroque music than all the faculty members put together, isn't that right? I'll laugh awkwardly. I have to. If I don't laugh, I might lose my temper, and then I'll start hurling expletives at the petty, ridiculous prune of a man. If I did that, Kotoko might really start crying. I kind of feel like crying myself, to be honest. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, sir. I mean, what else can I say? It's quite alright now. You are dismissed. Right. And I want that essay on my desk no later than 9 a.m. next Friday. Do you understand, Miss Yusui? I understand. Because if you don't, well, Professor Shibata coughs modestly. You might be in hot water, young miss. You've been skipping more lessons with alarming frequency, and there is talk about your conduct, too. Might be hard to, but it's hardly my place to berate the daughter of Hideo Yusui. I don't want to cause any trouble for you, and I doubt you'd want to cause any trouble for me. I know you're a mature young woman deep down. I just want you to prove that to us, Miss Yusui. It's all I ask. That and an essay on Baroque music. Ugh. Now run along. I think Miss Suminoe is waiting for you outside. I've never wanted to throttle somebody so badly before in my life. Yeah, that guy's kind of a dickhead. Not gonna lie. Ah, screw that guy. But not literally, because that would be disgusting. Hey, Azusa, don't be so rude. Who cares? I can say whatever I want. I'm a grown woman. You might be a grown woman, but that should mean, by extension, you're grown up enough to not use such foul language when talking about one of your professors. We should respect our elders, even if they're assholes. Even so. Ah, you're always such a goody two-shoes. Compared to you, maybe, you've always been such a bad girl. Kind of like the sound of that, bad girl. I lick my lips, tracing them with the tip of my tongue. Stop that. You shouldn't do that in public, Azusa. Why not? Is it getting you a little too excited? No. But I think she's denying it a little too emphatically. How curious. Mari really is adorable when she blushes. Maybe I should tease her like this a bit more often. But for now, I think I'll show some mercy. I can't be a bad girl all the time. In any case, you shouldn't be taking such pride in being a bad girl, Azusa. It's because you're like this that you always get in trouble. And it's not just with Professor Shibata. I can't help it. He's had it in for me from the very beginning. Did you know he got all of my case the very first time we met? He scolded me because I was late to class by like 5 minutes. Nobody cares about 5 minutes. Time is money. It has nothing to do with being late anyway. He even started insulting my clothes. He said my shorts were too short and it was inappropriate for a student at this esteemed university. Like, what the hell? We're not in high school anymore. I can dress how I want. I agree with you, but what do my shorts have to do with anything? It's not like it impede my ability to play the cello. I could wear a bikini if I wanted and it wouldn't make a difference. I know, and I think it is a bit unfair, but you don't make things easy for yourself either. So you're saying this is my fault? Partially. Wow, thanks for your vote of confidence, Marilyn. I thought you were meant to be my friend. I am your friend, and don't call me Marilyn. Why not? It's your name. I know it's my name, but I wish it wasn't. It's ridiculous. Now, we must honor the names of our parents chose for us, young one. It's all part of respecting our elders. Shut up. You always say that kind of stuff to me, though. Well, it's easier for you. You're not stuck with a stupid name like mine. Mari sighs and takes a sip of her green tea. Mari's kind of like an old woman in that regard. She's actually 2 months younger than I am. Shocking, I know. But she talks like an old lady. She's obsessed with manners, carbonated drinks give her hiccups, and she loves traditional Japanese snacks. Plus, whenever we go to karaoke, she always picks out traditional enka ballads to sing. I am not kidding you. Enka. I don't know what that is. Old-style Japanese music or of some kind, I would imagine, but I don't really know. So, Marilyn, Mari, right. How's your dad been doing? Oh, don't even ask. Ugh? That's not what you should talk about your dearly beloved daddy. Dearly beloved, yeah, right. He's the reason I'm stuck with this stupid name. This is something most people at the Victoria Academy don't know about Mari. Her dad, Kota Suminoe, is, well, how do I put this? He's totally obsessed with Western culture. To be more specific, American culture. When he was a kid, it was his dream to be a cowboy in the Wild West. Even now, in his late 40s, he hasn't quite given up on the dream. He loves buddy cop comedies. His favorite foods are ribs and hamburgers, and he even has his own cowboy hat that he wears around the house sometimes. And then there's his daughter, Marilyn. She was named after the famous American actress Marilyn Monroe, but Mari is the most un-Marilyn-like person I've ever met. Mari's hair is straight and black, her eyes are dark, her outlook on life is similarly bleak. This is probably why Mari hates her name so much. Enough about my dad, I really don't want to talk about it. You sure? You sure? How are things with his new girlfriend? What was her name? Stella? Stacy. Mari spits out the name like it's made of pure poison. I guess things aren't going well then. I don't know why he goes after American women. He can't even speak English, not properly. Plus, she's 15 years younger than he is. That's probably why. What do you mean? Pretty young girls are particularly popular, especially if they're blonde. How'd you know she was blonde? Your dad's girlfriends are always blonde. He's so ridiculous. He's even obsessed about America. He's always so obsessed about America, but he got so much worse after Mom died. Mari uncrosses her legs and takes another sip of her green tea. Mari's mother passed away when she was 5 years old. Her dad tried best to raise Mari by himself. He didn't start dating other women until Mari was in high school, and he thought she was old enough to handle the thought of her father taking in a missus. Except all the women Mari's dad goes after have a few things in common. Firstly, they're all younger than he is. Secondly, they're all American or European. Thirdly, they're all blonde. Finally, they all have a habit of spending his money, then running off and leaving him. But, well, they are pretty. Pretty girls can get away with anything. If Mamiko wanted to bankrupt me, I'd have no problems. In fact, I'd be honored. Ah, my Mamiko. I wonder where she is anyway. That's why I came to this cafe. I wanted to try and spot her, but I hadn't caught so much of a glimpse of her. I don't really want to talk about my dad right now, and I especially don't want to talk about Stacy. Don't worry, she'll probably be gone in a few months. I know that, but it doesn't exactly make me feel better. Dad's always so upset when that happens. But you'd think he learned his lesson. That the very definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different result. I can hear Voss screaming in the distance. Well, this Stacy could be the one. You never know. I doubt it. Why? She's from Alabama. Point taken. Oh, that's so mean. Anyway, this is just depressing. I need a drink. Anyway. Okay. Save. Here's why we're not going to offer the milkshake. I remember what happens, and we're going to go after letting her sip her own tea, because if you let her drink, if you offer someone the milkshake, Azusa spills it all over her, and yeah, it's this like, you know, oh ha ha, it's so hot, or whatever, but she's super upset about it, obviously, and so we're not going to go with that route, and that's one of the few things I remember. So saying, Mari takes another sip of her green tea. Considering this is a maid cafe, the drinks aren't all that bad. You're so judgmental, Mari. Do you mean maid cafes can't have good food and good service? I wouldn't come to this kind of place usually, but you seem to like it, so... You're doing this for me? I suppose so. And you did look like you needed a treat. Damn straight. Especially after that awful encounter with Professor Shibata. But Mari looks unimpressed. Don't swear, it's uncouth. Stacy does enough of that. Right, I'll be on my best behavior. I give Mari a salute. She doesn't look impressed, but then again, she never does. Mari could have a mystical encounter with a unicorn and she still wouldn't look impressed. Anyway, we need to have a strategy meeting. About Mamiko? Leave Mamiko out of this for a few minutes. Boo. You need to focus on that essay, Azusa. You need to focus urgently. I didn't want to work on it before, but when you say it's urgent, it makes me want to work on it even less. But it is urgent, and if you don't get this done in the next few days, you really might get kicked out of the university. I won't get kicked out, silly Mari. How can you be so sure? My dad's Hideo Yusui. You can't throw out the daughter of a modern maestro over a few unfinished essays. It's ridiculous. That'd be a huge scandal. I think you're vastly overestimating your own importance. It's precisely because your dad's famous that you should be working hard. You don't want to disappoint him, do you? Do I? Not really, but I spent my whole life doing things I don't particularly want to do to make my parents happy. I'm getting a little tired of it now. I don't even care about the Baroque period. I doubt even Professor Shibata does. He just wants an excuse to torture me. Mari flips a strand of her hair behind her shoulder, archly? If I were in your position, I would never leave a single essay unfinished. I'd want to prove myself on my own merits, not just those of my family. Well, you've always been a good girl. Don't say it like it's a bad thing. Turning in assignments on time and taking practice seriously is important. I know it's important, and I'd appreciate Mari's concern, but I still can't stop myself from stifling a yawn. I mean, it's just so boring. I don't want to think about this stuff. I'd rather stare at the cute maids in their short frilly skirts. Who needs serious family drama when you can have cute maids? I mean, seriously. Don't yawn, Azusa. This is important. Your future's on the line here. My future. I tear my eyes away from the particularly adorable maid with short curly hair. She's bowing to a customer, hands at her front. Welcome back, Master. How lovely. It's like something from a dream. My current life, meanwhile, is more akin to a nightmare. You mean my future as a cellist? Or a cellist? I'm assuming it's probably cellist, right? Because, like, you would call it a cello, not a cello. Anyway, I don't know. Only you can decide what you want to do with your future, Azusa. But since you're enrolled at a prestigious music university, you would think you would want to focus on music. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. Ow, that kind of stinks, Mari. The truth hurts. She's not wrong, of course. The annoying thing about Mari is she's rarely wrong. She might come from a poor family, a single dad, plus a string of giggly, girly, spend-happy girlfriends, but she does have her head screwed on straight. Maybe that's why she has her head screwed on straight. Unlike me, Mari knows what it's like to struggle. Sometimes I wonder why she doesn't resent me. Maybe she does, and she just doesn't want to say it. I don't know. So why did you decide to attend Victoria Academy of all things? It wasn't really my decision. My parents seemed to think it was a foregone conclusion. I mean, this is where they went. This is where they met. Maybe that they thought I'd meet somebody nice here too, my soulmate. Pause. Haha! Because I was about to say, I think this is probably the one I went to. Because I don't want to choose between them, and I feel like this is probably what I would have done the first time. Soulmate, isn't it? Well, why should I stop at just one? There are so many cute girls at Victoria Academy. It would feel like a waste to settle down. It would feel like a waste if I settled down with a single girl. I shouldn't be so hasty to tie myself down. But Mari soon draws me away from my reverie, like she always does. I don't know how to pronounce that. You're being ridiculous, Azusa. You need to stop daydreaming all the time. Get your act together. Do that essay. Yes, I hear you. You hear me, but I don't think you always listen. And she'd be right. I don't. Mari always gives me good advice. She's given me good advice since we were kids, but I rarely take it. You know, that's what Miss Sakura said on my English report in high school. What? Azusa is a cheerful, energetic girl who brings a lot of energy to our lessons, but she rarely listens, and she can't follow anybody's advice. Well, Miss Sakura was right. You're a law unto yourself. A lone ranger. Now you sound like my dad. Mari shakes her head. Just try and take things a bit more seriously. You owe it to yourself. Yes, Mom, whatever you say. And don't be so flippant. Some of us don't have mothers to fuss over them. It's a good thing Mari's there to, like, balance back Azusa a little bit, you know? Alright. Oh, that really hits the spot. I slam my glass of now-consumed strawberry milk down on my bedside table and sigh contented. I'm glad I'm not the only one who likes strawberry milk. Strawberry milk is delicious, though. Like, all jokes aside, it's really good. What's funny is, like, no one in my family is a fan of strawberry milk except me, as far as I know. It's kind of funny. Anyway. Milk is the most delicious beverage ever created by man. Forget coffee or juice or even alcohol. Milk is where it's at. I hear you. Like, water, milk, and, like, rock stars are just the greatest thing. I love milk. I understand. And water. I love water. Anyway, not the point. Mari prefers green tea. Mari has bad taste. Fwah! With a sigh, I fall backwards onto my bed and pick up my phone. Well, if it was a sigh, I was probably like, Fwah. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm just messing around, looking at cute cat pictures, and trying not to think about Professor Shibata's stupid essay, when, beep, it looks like I have a new message. It's probably Mari, something like, I hope you're studying hard, Azusa. Mari texts like that. She doesn't use any emojis or emoticons. She doesn't even use exclamation marks. It's all short, sharp sentences, and that makes her sound angry than she really is. Except Mari usually is quite angry. I think her texting style represents her pretty well, actually. So you can imagine my surprise when, no way, the message isn't from Mari at all. It's from my good friend, the mysterious Venus. Azusa, I thought, though I have already given you a warning, it seems you have not made any significant progress in your attempts to win Mamiko's heart today. It makes me wonder, were you ever really serious about her at all? If you truly love Mamiko, I would advise you to try and take that photograph of her panties as soon as possible. Time is of the essence. Though I have offered to help you, no offers are indefinite. Please think about what's important to you carefully. Only you can decide your own future after all. You have until the end of next week. I'm expecting results, and if I see none, you will never be able to be with your beloved Mamiko, Venus. Yikes. Man, everyone's giving her the screws, man. Everyone's like, I need this picture, I need this essay. Everyone's just she's so much pressure. Now, you should have enough research material to be getting along with. I stare at the pile of books before me with a blank expression. My left eye twitches. I've managed to collect all the relevant books about the Baroque period in our library. Well, not all the books, of course, but you'd never be able to carry them back home with you, and there should be enough. I trace my finger against the spine of one of the books. The Beginnings of the Baroque. Ugh. Are you alright, Azusa? No. Looking at these books makes me want to die. Well, you can't. Not until you finish Professor Shibata's essay. I don't wanna. But you said you would. People say things all the time. My mother said I looked like a real deal when I wore a cardboard box with a mecha written on it from Halloween all those years ago. You were 5 years old at the time, Azusa, and I was so proud of myself I didn't realize how stupid I looked, if only somebody had told me. I told you that you look and act stupid all the time, but you never listened to me. Now, just try, alright? I found all these books for you, so you at least could do is put them to good use. I could always hit myself in the face with them. Take this seriously, please. You're far too serious, because I worry about you and your education. You might not care, but I've been your friend since we were little, and I don't want to watch you ruin your every single opportunity you get. And let's be honest, you've had far more of those than I have. Now, no dying. It's not allowed, not until you turn that essay in. I glare at Mari sulkily. It's not like I don't appreciate the work she's doing for me. I do. Finding all these books took her at least half an hour, and she has her own studies to focus on, too. She works even harder for my sake than I do. But at the same time, I wish she wouldn't bother. It makes me feel guilty, and I don't like feeling guilty. Who does? Maybe masochists. Obviously, we're not going to be a brat. Thank you, Mari, for your time. I don't feel very happy about the situation. In fact, I'm the exact opposite of happy. But I think Mari did go through all this effort for me. I guess, Mari, not I think. I should act a little thankful. Thanks, I guess. It's no problem. Now, I'm sorry I can't stay with you, but I have to dash. I have a lecture to attend. If you'll excuse me. So saying, Mari leaves the library. Her long black hair flutters behind her as she departs. I watch her jealously, but I know I don't have a choice. I have to stay here. I don't want to put all of Mari's hard work to waste. I guess it's time to hit the books. You know, really, when it comes to what Azusa needs to think, she needs to like tackle this the right way. First of all, she should have done it earlier. She shouldn't have waited all this time. But that being said, it doesn't have to be the most mind-blowing essay in the world. At this point, just her having anything, like as long as it was in the word count, like having anything, even a mediocre essay, but so long as it covered all the bases you felt like you needed to, you would get, you know, it would get the professor off your back enough that you could pass it and it would all be fine. Without, like, it doesn't have to be like this is a monumental, life-altering essay about this music period or whatever. Like, it could just pass the word count, you know, tick off all the most obvious points about what an essay should talk about, and then just be done with it. And you know what I mean? Just hit the word count and all that, and you should be fine. It doesn't have to change, like, you know, alter someone's life, you know? And, you know, and that's really, she should think about this at, like, I just have to pass the class. I already don't like it. I just have to pass it, and that should be the goal, you know? But I digress. Oh, this is trickier than I thought. I frowned, scratching at my cheek with the butt of my pencil. I've been working on this essay for the last couple of hours, but I haven't made any significant progress. There's so much information to wade through that I'm not quite sure where to begin. I don't want to let Mari down, but at the same time I can feel my concentration flagging. Maybe I should take a break. I get to my feet, yawning, and raise my arms above my head. My shirt rides up a little, but I don't care. There's no one else at the library to see it, and if there was, it wouldn't matter. In my humble opinion, I have a pretty good body, so why not flaunt it a little? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll just show off my smooth, taut tummy off to these old geezers on the covers of these textbooks. Hey, Bach. I strike a pose. Do you think I look hot? Or you? What about you, Vivaldi? As might be expected, these stony-faced classical composers don't even blink. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Drinking these flavored waters, I don't know what it is about them, but they go right through me. Like, I have to pee like every 5 minutes. Anyway, alright, as might be expected, these stony-faced classical composers don't even blink. Tough crowd. You think you'd be a little thankful. That's classical music, that's classical composers for you. They're all jerks. I sigh. It's a warm, sunny day. Most of my peers will be outside, enjoying the pleasant weather. I, meanwhile, have to stay here. I bet I'm the only person in this library. At least that's what I thought, but... And then some noises. Something catches my attention. A sound. It's a soft, girlish noise. I think I recognize it. Mamiko? Is she really here? But it sounds like she's in something of a pinch. I scour the library, searching for the source of the noise. I thread between bookcase after bookcase until finally... Good lord, what do you think's happening here? She's just like, I don't know, probably a moan, but I'm not doing that. I see her, or rather, I see her panties. There are pretty cute panties, too. Or maybe cute isn't the right word. Should I say elegant? Charming? Ladylike? Whatever adjective you want to use, though, you can't deny it. She looks good. Man, you're not wrong. Mamiko is balanced on the top rung of a stepladder, trying to grab a book from the highest shelf of the bookcase. The ladder, however, is wobbling precariously. Oh, the was probably like a of I'm reaching for something, like a like she's trying to reach for something, you know? That's probably what that was about. She squeaks in alarm, her eyes wide. I probably shouldn't stare, but from my position, I've got a really good view up at Mamiko's skirt. Mamiko's skirts tend to be surprisingly short for such a demure lady, and now I can see more of these smooth thighs now than ever before. Maybe I kind of missed it. They bulge over the tops of her socks invitingly. Her panties are pale peach, made of the same sheer material that looks expensive. Of some sheer material, not the same. They cling to her intimately, accentuating every curve. Almost! Mamiko sways precariously, her skirt flutters, so does her hair. Nearly, so close. I cheer her on inside my heart. You can do it, Mamiko. I believe in you. Her hand reaches forwards, and at the same time, a light bulb goes off in my brain. What on earth am I doing? This is my chance. I'm all alone with Mamiko, and I have direct access to her panties. I won't let this opportunity go to waste, not after what happened last time. Venus, I'm gonna make you proud. I fish my phone in my pocket and angle it upwards. I open my camera app, and then... I've got it! I press the button. Click. The camera flashes, and the image is preserved in my phone for all posterity. Posterity, probably. A photograph of Mamiko Matsubara's panties. I'm going to cherish this picture forever. I think I'll look at it every night before I go to sleep, and it'll motivate me to get out of bed in the morning. And I thought today was going to be a total write-off, stuck with the company of 2 people. One of them is Bach. I don't know how to pronounce the other one. I thought wrong. I guess miracles really do happen. Oh, Azusa. I've been spotted. How long have you been here? Crap, did she see me staring? I don't think she did. A while. I was just busy working on an essay for Professor Shibata. Oh dear, you have to stay inside and work on a day like this? That's right. I don't really want to, but Mari helped me a lot. I'd feel guilty if I didn't take this seriously. Wow, you really do work hard. Oh, well, I don't know about that. I'm working as hard as I can, but there's so much left to do. I don't know if I'll ever finish it. How long is your essay? Well, it's pretty long, like 6,000 characters. Oh, that sounds difficult, you poor dear. Yeah, I'm having a bit of trouble with some of the material, actually. It's so dense. What's the subject matter? The broke. Ah, I see. Mamiko's eyes soften in sympathy. It seems she, like myself, is not a fan of this particular time period. Then again, most students at Victoria Academy hate the Baroque. If they didn't hate it before they met Professor Shibata, they certainly hate it now. If you ever need a hand, I'd be more than happy to help you. You would? That's right. I don't profess to know too much about the Baroque, but 2 heads are always better than 1, don't you agree? I mean... Sorry, I was very close to finishing my water. Alright, give it another... Oh, that is 2. Okay, on to 3. I mean, she did offer, but, like, a lot of time when people say that, they don't mean it. Like, you know, they don't mean it like, I expected you to take this up, you know, take me up on the offer, but it's like denying time with her, too. Like, that seems foolish. I agree completely. If you ever have the time, I'd love your help. In fact, I'd be so grateful I might have to kiss you. And let's take it one step at a time, alright? Of course. I don't want to come on too strong. Yeah, don't want to come on too strong. But that isn't to say that I don't want to get to know you better. I'm sure I've told you this already, but I've been interested in you for a while. I think it might be nice if we could become closer. After all, I don't have too many friends here. Huh? But you're always surrounded by people. I know, and I am fond of them, but they're not true friends. They aren't the kind of people I could really confess to. If they knew about the real me, I'm not sure they would like it. But it's different with you. Ever since I met you, I felt a strange connection. I thought, here's a girl who would accept me for who I really am. Little laugh. Mamiko giggles softly. Her cheeks flush pale pink, like the cherry blossom trees that festoon the university campus. She looks delicate. I think she's even more appealing now than she was 5 minutes ago, bouncing precariously on the top rung of that ladder. I'm sorry, you were talking about your essay and I had to derail the conversation. I'm so selfish. It's fine. You can be as selfish as you want. I love everything about you. I mean, I'm just saying, I'd rather talk about you than that guy. Haha. This is why I like you. I would offer to help you right now, but I'm a bit busy. Mamiko shakes her head regretfully. I hope we'll get a chance to talk again, Azusa. I really hope so too. I'll be waiting. Me too. Talking to you is always rather illuminating. Little laugh. Hell yeah! That's progress in the relationship department. I got the picture. I sat on the edge of my bed, flicking through the images on my phone. There are some pictures of the campus, Mari's panties again from a more artistic angle, and then a lump forms in my throat. I swallow. Mamiko. Can I really send this image to Venus? All of a sudden, doubt begins to run through my mind. What if Venus isn't another girl, but a guy? A guy who's trying to trick stupid, impressionable people like me into sending them panty shots. I don't want to send such a private, personal image of Mamiko to a complete stranger. Even if I said stranger, even if said stranger did, they could ensure a happy ending for the pair of us. But how do they know? Where's the proof? Mari talks like that a lot. She asks for the proof before she believes anything. She even read Isaac Newton's theory of gravity when she was in high school, just so she could prove why things fall to the ground when she dropped them. She calls it being thorough. I think she's just difficult to satisfy. Whatever. My finger hovers over the keypad of my phone. To send or not to send, that is the question. Potentially sacrificing Mamiko's privacy for the sake of my own perverted delusions. Sorry, I'm all like hiccuping now. It's a tough one. So, one of the endings is if you're going for aiming specifically for Mari, you can like, if every dialogue along, like, up till this point, you had just aimed at Mari the whole time, and then at this point, you can not send it, and then you just end up with Mari, and it's one of the endings. I know because after I got the ending I really wanted, I went back, using the, handy-dandy skipping feature, I skipped along to see the other endings and get the other ones, and I got the one where I aimed specifically at Mari, but the one I wanted specifically for me, or the one that I got was the one I really, really liked, so we are going to send it because I'm almost positive we need to get what I'm after, so send it. I don't want Mamiko to hate me, but if Venus really is the real deal, that might be the only chance I have. I can't imagine Mamiko would ever date a weird girl like me, no matter how nice she is. She's so classy, and I'm just... I sigh. What am I doing wasting all this time? I took the photo, I might as well send it. I can do it. I will. I've made up my mind. I key in a quick message. Hi, Venus. I managed to get the photograph you wanted. I hope this is good enough. And attach the image. Then I press send. My heart jumps into my throat. I swallow. I hope this works. Please, please, please let this work. I've liked Mamiko ever since I met her. I think about her all the time, and I dream about her every single night. I just want to run my hands through her hair, hold her, kiss her, tell her that I like her, maybe even love her. I love you so much. I even took a picture of your panties and sent it to a stranger. I don't think that'll go down well, but it's the truth. People always do crazy things when they're in love. I wait, squirming, sweat beating on my brow, when... beep. My phone vibrates in my hand. I almost drop it. I didn't expect Venus to reply so quickly. Azusa, thank you for sending me this photo. It's a lovely shot. The lighting is particularly superb. A lovely shot, huh? That's definitely one way to put it. What a weird way of typing. It sounds like she sounds like my grandma. You think I just sent her a photograph of a flower, a particularly shiny pebble, not a cute girl's panties. Why are you studying music when you want to make when you would make quite the talented photographer? Well, I am quite talented if I do say so myself. In any event, I am pleased you followed my instructions so carefully. What a good girl you are. As you have upheld your end of the bargain, I will do everything within my power to make your dreams come true. If you stand between the cherry blossom tree near the entrance of the strings department tomorrow at 5 p.m., your princess will be waiting for you. I will make sure of it. Your fairy godmother, Venus. Hell yeah. I'm hoping we can end this episode right when things develop. I'm hoping. We'll see. Hey, Azusa, time to wake up. Mari blinks. Her voice trails away in a string of confused ellipses. She looks super confused, like she's walking in on me naked or something, which she actually has on more than one occasion, so it doesn't surprise her anymore. Sometimes when it's hot, I sleep without pajamas. Mari says it's improper, but I don't think it really matters. It's not like anyone else can see me in all my naked glory, other than her. But though Mari walked in on me sleeping naked, she's never walked in on me quite like this. You're already awake? That's right. It's a beautiful sunny day, isn't it? I'm so full of energy. But you've never woken up on time before. You should expect the unexpected, Mari. But this isn't unexpected, this is unprecedented. You don't need to act so shocked, you know. But I am shocked, I don't believe it. Mari stalks over, her lips drawn in a straight line, and grabs hold of my shoulders. Mari, I'm happy that you're so glad to see me, but that kinda hurts. Shut up. Mari, what's wrong? You're all wrong. What? Mari shakes me. My body flops back and forth like a plush toy. I'm starting to feel sick. The Azusa I know would never wake up on her own accord. Never. I'm turning over a new leaf. I don't believe it. But it's true. There are some things in this world I just can't accept. It's impossible to accept. Like your dad and Stacy? Ah, so the imposter has even run a background check on me. Impressive. You're being ridiculous. And it's rare I ever say this to Mari. It's usually the other way around. I'm not an imposter, I promise. Oh, really? Then why don't you tell me something only the real Azusa would know? Well, she asked for it. Pause. Boop. I mean, this one has, like, backstory. I remember one of them is super, super sweet. Like, unbearably sweet. Like, you're like, my heart can't take it sweet. I think it's this one. That's the one I really want. I hope it's this one. Mari Suminoe. I pause for dramatic effect. When we were kids, we made a wish on a shooting star. Mari's eyes widen. Her cheeks flush adorably like two red candy apples. Do you still remember that, Azusa? Of course I do. I remember like it was yesterday. When Mari and I were kids, we used to go to the Oban festival every year with her dad. Mari got dressed up in a yukata. I think I know how to say that. My poor stutter doesn't allow it. Yukata. While I usually wore a vest, shirt, and shorts. I always had a thing for shorts ever since I was a kid. They're clearly the superior item of clothing. Unlike dresses or skirts, and indeed yukata, they're easy to move around in and they're super comfy. Plus shorts actually have pockets. But enough about the wonders of shorts. Mari and I wandered around for a bit, playing games at the stalls and buying snacks, when Mari said her feet started to hurt. Being the hero that I am, I offered to give Mari a piggyback ride to a nearby bench. We sat there together on top of the hill overlooking the shrine, and that's when the fireworks started. They were bright fireworks in red and blue and yellow that lit up the whole sky. They lit up Mari's face. She thought the fireworks were scary as a kid, and so she cuddled up to me and buried her head in my shoulder. She really was cute back then. That was the moment that I saw it, dwarfed by the lights of the blossoming fireworks, a shooting star. I told Mari we could make a wish, and she said she wished that she could marry me. I promised her that I would. I promised by the light of that shooting star. Huh, that's funny. It was such a vivid memory, but I almost started to forget it. Hey, Mari. What? Do you still want to marry me? What? Mari's face turns bright red. She let go of me in an instant. Lets go of me in an instant. You... Yes, Mari? Delete that memory from your mind immediately. But why? It's precious to me. It is? That's right. You act all grumpy now, Mari, but I'll cherish my memories of the super cute, clingy Mari you used to be forever. What? Mari's lower lip trembles. That's so embarrassing. That's adorable. That's the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. I'm so happy. So, why did you wake up early this morning? You're still asking me about that? Yes, I am. I'm curious. So a girl can't get up on a sensible time without it being suspicious? In your case, Azusa, yes. Honestly, you're acting very strange. Like I said, I'm turning over a new leaf. If only. I bet you still haven't finished that essay for Professor Shibata. Well, or made a start on it. Hey, I really was trying. Like I said, I appreciate all the help you've given me. I just don't want to let your hard work go to waste. What if I finish the essay and it's still terrible? It would feel like an insult. That's very sweet of you, Azusa, but at this point, I think it's more important that you get it done. I guess so. It's just hard knowing where to begin. Is that why you woke up early? Were you worried about the essay? That's a pretty good excuse Mari's made up for me. Truthfully, I got up this early this morning because I was excited. I mean, wouldn't you be? I get to see Mamiko today, and maybe she'll confess to me beneath a cherry blossom tree. Maybe we'll fall in love. But I don't know if I should tell Mari that. If I tell her about meeting Mamiko, I'll have to tell her about taking that panty shot and then sending it to Venus, and I doubt Mari will be very supportive of my scheme. I don't really want my best friend to judge me, or maybe it would be better if I didn't tell the truth. Ah, crap. I'm always tempted to tell her the truth, but I'm worried she'll be all disappointed in me. Well, you see, I happened to run into Mamiko in the library the other day, just after you left, and what? Mari folds her arms. She doesn't look very impressed. Then again, she never does. Don't tell me you did something stupid, Azusa. How is she able to see through me so perfectly? She's almost like I have the word stupid written in my head in a flashing neon sign or something. I don't think I did anything that bad. I was just fulfilling a contract. What contract? Now you're starting to sound like a hitman. That would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool too. I get to be all mysterious and smoke cigarettes and say lines like, I'll take to take out the trash, or I think that's supposed to be, it's time. It's time to take out the trash. And knowing you just fall flat on your face and alert everybody of your presence. Okay, I guess everybody's a critic nowadays. Naturally, I'm your harshest critic. It's because I care. I don't think being a hitman would be a very good career path for you. Maybe not, no. So what did you do with Mamiko? Mari's eyes narrow. You didn't manage to get a photo of her panties, did you? Well, that's the thing. What? Don't tell me you really did it. Well, I said I was gonna do it, and I don't back down when I've come up with a plan. I see it through until the bitter end. So you sent the photo to Venus. That's right. Venus told me I should stand beneath the cherry blossom tree on campus this evening, and I'll be able to meet Mamiko. I was so excited I got up extra early this morning. I tried on all my outfits to find the perfect one, and I did my makeup, and I tried to style my hair. I want to look absolutely perfect for my Mamiko. If what Venus said is true, then this could be my big chance. If my only chance. I clasp my hands together at my chest and sigh dreamily. Today will be the day that Mamiko confesses to me. Jeez. Mari sighs and folds her arms across her chest. You're such an idiot, Azusa. Not only did you send a photo of your crush's parents to a complete stranger, but now you think that's gonna make her fall for you? Well, why not? That's what Venus said. I think this Venus sounds like a charlatan. This is probably some stupid scam. Well, Mari rolls her eyes. If Mamiko doesn't meet you beneath the cherry blossom, some creepy guy who wants to, I'm assuming is what that's supposed to be, who wants to rope you into a pyramid selling scheme does, don't say I didn't warn you. You dug your own grave, Azusa. I'll be careful, Mari. You don't need to worry about me. For your own sake, I hope you're right. I've looked out for you for too long to get caught up in something shady. You mean if a bad thing did happen to me, you'd be worried? Of course I'd be worried. You do a lot of silly and illogical things, and you annoy me sometimes, but... Mari looks down at the ground. Her cheeks turn pale pink. You are my best friend. Oh, Mari. Mari acts grumpy most of the time, but she's quite sweet at heart. Who knew she was worrying about me this much? You really are a good friend. I think I'm too good for you. I put too much effort into our relationship, so don't mess everything up now, alright? Otherwise, I really will be mad at you. Hell yeah. So yeah, definitely happy I told the truth there. Definitely happy I did that. Later that evening, I find myself standing beneath the cherry blossom tree outside the strings department. I'm a little early and Mamiko hasn't appeared. I fiddle with my fingers, linking and unlinking them together. I wonder what Mamiko will show up. I wonder if she'll show up. Venus did promise, but I don't know who Venus is. I bit my lower lip, check on the time on my phone. 5:05. Mamiko's 5 minutes late to our little rendezvous, but she doesn't strike me as the kind of girl who's ever late. She's too prim and proper, far too punctual. Where is she? What if she isn't coming? I tap my foot against the ground restlessly. Mamiko, where is she? Where's my Mamiko? And then, surprise! Ah! I scream and nearly stumble over backwards, my arm is pinwheeling. Everything goes black. I can't see worth a damn. I don't even see my own hand in front of my face. Maybe it's because another pair of hands are pressed there. Over my eyes, to be more precise. Somebody's standing behind me, obscuring my vision. I don't know who this somebody is, but they smell of flowers and vanilla. They have a gentle, girlish voice, and their soft, ample breasts are pressed against my back. I know this smell. I know that voice. I know those breasts, although I've only ever felt them in my dreams. Mamiko? Haha, you are correct. Mamiko giggles softly and takes a step back. I look at her, my eyes wide. There she is, in all her glory. Mamiko, with her long curly hair, her pale skin, and her large eyes. Her face is like an elegant French doll's, but she has the body of a model, and boobs like the ones you'd find on one of those lewd mouse pads. Okay, I've made her sound like some sort of horrible chimera, but she's a lot hotter than the description would lead you to believe. Trust me. Azusa, are you alright? I'm fine. Are you sure? You look troubled. I'm not troubled at all. But my heart is beating so hard, I feel like I might explode. Maybe I was a little too forward. I probably shouldn't have pressed my hands against your eyes like that. I know it's a childish thing to do, but I've never had any friends I can play around with so brazenly. I just thought it would be fun, and I know that you won't judge me no matter what I do. But maybe I was wrong? If I'm acting too familiar, you can tell me. I won't mind. Oh no, it's fine. You can get as close to me as you want. You can even get closer, in fact. Crap, that doesn't sound good. What am I saying? Abort mission, abort mission. I mean, you don't need to get closer if you don't want to, but I don't have any issues with it. Oh my, your face is turning red. I need to try and calm down. Play it cool. I open my mouth. But no words come out. I'm in way over my head. Maybe you have a fever. Really? I'm fine. No, let me have a look. I insist. I couldn't ask you to. You're not asking me to do anything, silly. I'm doing this because I want to. I want to get to know you better. I want to know much more about you, Azusa. Alright. Are you guys ready for this sweet reveal? This is like the single coolest thing ever, and I'm so stupid excited. Are you guys excited? Mamiko steps towards me. She presses her forehead against mine. I think she's checking my temperature. Instantly, my face heats up. She's so close to me. Her long eyelashes, her cute nose, her pink lips. I could kiss her. That would be like a dream come true. There are no doubts left in my head, not a single one. I like Mamiko. She's so perfect, like an angel. And I could make her mine. If I just dipped my head, then... You know, Azusa? What? You're a lot more perverted than I ever imagined. Huh? And at that moment, my whole world falls to pieces. What on earth does she mean? I think Mamiko's an angel, but then she calls me a pervert? How does that work? Seems like I was right. Mamiko's lips curve into a cruel little smile. It's a smile I've never seen her wear before. I never imagined she was capable of making such an expression. I shiver. Mamiko is still pressed close to me, our foreheads bumping, our noses only inches apart. But I don't think about kissing her anymore. I can't. Not when she's smiling at me like that, as though I'm utterly beneath her. You're such a perverted girl. You're probably getting excited being so close to me, aren't you? You don't need to play pretend. I bet you're getting wet already. Wet? Why is such a cute, pure girl like Mamiko saying something so scandalous? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb with me. You know exactly what I mean. One of Mamiko's fingers strays towards my crotch. It trails against my thigh for a few minutes before she presses it between my legs. I'm wearing shorts. I always wear shorts, so it's not like Mamiko has easy access, but I can still feel her finger pressing insistently against my I wriggle a little, ensnared in Mamiko's grip. She laughs quietly. Her breath is cool against the shell of my ear. You're so needy. She's right. I do feel needy. I've never felt needier. You were gonna kiss me just now, weren't you? Well, weren't you? She presses a little more strongly. I whimper. I mean, obviously. Obviously, yeah. Yes. Good girl. I like people who tell me the truth. Her finger traces delicate circles against the inside of my thigh. I tremble. But, we're outside. So? Anybody can see us. Well, yes, that would be a problem. I don't want people knowing what I'm really like. What do you mean? It's like I said before. This is the true me. The me I can't show other people, because they wouldn't accept it. But you. You've been watching me for quite some time, Azusa, ever since we met. You like me a lot, don't you? Don't you? She presses a little harder. A broken whimper falls from my lips. It's weird. It feels really weird, but I can't deny. I like it. I thought you did. You've wanted this for a long time, haven't you? Yes. Little laugh. Mamiko laughs softly. She sounds delighted. Pervert. Maybe I am a pervert. I dreamed about Mamiko every single night. I've undressed her so many times in my mind, and left kisses all over her pale body, and nibbled and sucked and bit at every single inch of her skin. So maybe this is my punishment. My punishment for being a pervert. I'm so glad I could be myself around you, you know? Acting like a good girl in front of everybody is so stifling. I have quite a lot of stress built up over the last year or so. Would you mind too terribly if I took it out on you? You gonna hurt me? Well, maybe. After all, you deserve it. For being a pervert? You're such a pervert for getting off on being humiliated like this, but that isn't all. No? No. You also took a photograph of my panties, didn't you? Mamiko slips her fingers down the waistband of my shorts. My eyes widen in shock, both from her accusation and from the sudden sensation. She knew? How did she know? You defiled my purity, Azusa. You took a picture of something that should be kept a secret, and you didn't even ask for my permission. I'm sorry. No. Sorry isn't good enough. Then, how can I apologize to you? I don't want you to apologize. You don't? Not with words. Words are cheap. Anybody can simply say, I'm sorry, but they don't always mean it. Then, I'll pay you back with what? What do I have that Mamiko Matsubara might want? It's true that my parents are pretty wealthy, but so are Mamiko's, and offering money in exchange for stealing Mamiko's purity, as she put it, seems kinda seedy. You don't need to give me anything, Azusa. I already have what I want right here. Her hand moves to my backside and cups my butt. I whimper. What do you want? I want you. Me? That's right. I want you to see the real me. I'll make you do all kinds of embarrassing, humiliating things until you finally repaid me for taking that photograph. But don't worry. You're a bad girl, Azusa, so you'll probably enjoy it. You'll enjoy every last bit of it. Every last bit. Now come along. I have a lot of exciting plans in store for you, but we can hardly do them outside. Otherwise, you might really get expelled. Sorry. Again, with that eerie giggle, I tremble. Mamiko takes a step back, sliding her fingers out of my shorts. I'm relieved, and yet, at the same time, part of me wants her to put them back. Where are we going exactly? Somewhere we can be alone. And what are you gonna do to me? Oh my, I can't tell you that now, Azusa. It's supposed to be a surprise. Ah, yes. A surprise. Well, that is where we are going to call this episode. That is what I was waiting for, honestly. So, the first time I played this, I've only played this once before. Now, it occurs to me that the next video might end up being, like, much shorter than even I envisioned, because it occurs to me now that the 3.6 hours it took me to beat this the first time, at least part of that was probably me going for the other endings, and I don't really feel the need to show you guys the other endings, because after we get the ending we're going for, which is like the best ending, I don't really care about the other endings, because we got the best one, we got the one I wanted, so we won't be going for those. So it occurs to me the next part might be really, really short, which is possible. And we will see. I'm on the fence about whether I'm going to make this to a full playlist, because if the next part is like an hour or something, that I'm almost tempted to put that into random games. You know what I mean? My random games playlist, like rather than its own playlist, because it's so short. But if it's even 2 videos, maybe I will make a whole playlist for it, even if it is short. Anyway, it seems weird. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe 2 videos should be the cutoff. If it's 2 videos, then put it into random games, and then 3 should be its own playlist? Maybe. Anyway, I will give that some thought. But regardless, yeah, so the next episode will be kind of short. But it was very interesting. I did not at all see that twist coming. I realize it's called Sakura Sadist, but I did not at all expect Mamiko to be like this, like, dominatrix. Like, you know, I mean, it was such a twist. I didn't at all expect it. And so once it happened, I was like super intrigued. So anyway, I think it was really well sprung. I didn't see it coming when I first played, and I think this game, it's a dumb ecchi hentai game or whatever, but it's a good time. And there's a million of these Sakura games. There's lots of different series. Some of them, to what I understand, like, will have a series of games that are all related, and then other ones like this one is on their own, so they're just a by itself experience. So, but there's a million of them, and they're not that expensive, and
and they go on sale a lot. So we can play a lot of these, and there's lots of little games on Steam that I have a very long wish list, and a lot of it is free or very cheap, and I have lots of games in my library that I've actually never even played. So there's probably a number of these like blind playthroughs coming up. In general, I'm probably going to do more blind playthroughs because I think it might help with my motivation to record, and it might really help keep me interested because if I hadn't done it before, plus I think my commentary is better that way because it's raw, it's my actual genuine reaction. I get my anxiety with doing something that I haven't planned for, but all in all, I think it's probably worth the sacrifice. So anyway, I hope you guys are interested, like I am, and hopefully you're not like, well, wow, he's such a pervert, what a loser. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this like I am. So as far as uploads go, tomorrow is Thursday. I have some special training for work tomorrow, and so I will not be able to record before work. After work, I have a new unexpected errand that I have to drive a little farther for, and then I can drive all the way back, and then I'm hoping I can record. So in a perfect world, tomorrow, what I'm hoping I can do, and I'm going to be exhausted because I have to get up way earlier than I normally get up to get to this stupid training. And so I'm going to be exhausted. I'll be running on very few hours of sleep, and so I don't know how interesting my commentary will be. We will see. I'm hoping I won't be an asshole, but we'll see. So I'm hoping I can record. I can come home, record part 29 for Fallout. I think it's part 29, and then the finale of this. That is my hope. That's what I'm hoping will happen. Friday, my power supposedly is going to be out randomly, and so I will have to record when I get home from work, just like I will have to do for Saturday. So I might be recording kind of late for me. I normally don't have to record very late, but if I have to wait till I get home from work, then I might end up having to record both. I mean, if tomorrow is the finale for this game, which is almost a certainty, then that means that we'll have to start something new on Friday if I have the time, or if I have the drive, or if I decide on what I want to do next, whatever happens with that. But that means we'll have to start a part 1 if that's in the plans on Friday. So Friday late. So it'll be weird. And then over the weekend, I have Sunday off, but I think I'm working. Monday through Friday next week, just for temporarily, and so that might be weird. I don't know if I work Saturday or not. I might be working Saturday, and I don't know if I'm recording on Saturday because Saturday's my day to game with my sister. So we will be gaming, and so I don't know if I will be recording on Saturday or not. So upload schedule is a little up in the air, but we're making it work as best we can. And at the moment, my schedule is all insane and unpredictable because I'm doing training, and my hours are different during training. But once it's over and we're out of training, and I'm actually driving, and once I'm doing what I do all the time at my new job, it should be like mid to late next week. Then things will be panning out. I'll have a normal schedule. It'll be normal days. The days won't switch, and we can put all this uncertainty behind us. And then we can just record like normal, and things will be easier. So we just have to get to like mid next week, basically, and then things will smooth out a lot more. So here's hoping. Anyway, regardless though, that is going to call it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.